Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday.
It is a happy Sunday. Why? Because we're racing. The sun is shining. We get to spend quality. Cooper was there, but he said no audio. So it
Doesn't count. You were there before. I got you.
Is that some of the get stuff done coffee?
The get shit done coffee.
There you go. You could say,
it
okay.
helps you get shit done. That's for sure. I had some yesterday. It's that good coffee. You put anything in it.
Oh, you don't need to put like 8 ounces of.
Some coffees are pretty bad. They definitely need help. This coffee does not need any help. It's just awesome.
Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Ken, welcome.
I talked to Mayfield after racing was over last night.
I heard you went over there and the Blue Mountain.
First and foremost, an ambassador of all things awesome is Mayfield. His post-race interview, he was very upset, but he was professional enough to mention the technical sweep of the Podium.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. And I asked him within, hey, he's got any extra brought me over to the cooler. He's like, you guys, if you want to grab a couple extra and take them back to the live RC, guys, feel free. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's not something that most people, when you're camping, that have a cooler full of beers, is like, here, take some more and bring them to your friends. Easiest way to get rid of Charlie is send him to bring somebody.
It's disappointing when I see people give Mayfield a bad rap because he is the ultimate competitor, but he's really a cool cat. Anybody in the moment when they're trying to win, this is their job to win. They pay the mortgage by winning, and a lot of people, there's nowadays in social media, there's haters on everything.
Sure.
But like you said, he does stuff like that, and he's a great guy. And you'll see Dakota over there. You'll see Spencer over there. All
Smokers down in pit lane doing pit work duty for somebody.
Yeah.
Nick Zach comes into pit lane, mock chicken, like full rip.
No kidding.
Clips off the board, smashing into Smoker's wrist and messed his wrist up really bad.
Oh, damn.
And then Smoker took the truck that ran into him, football spiked it, and then Nick Zach.
Manuel is his name. And I said, okay, problem is, for as long as I've known you, as long as the RC industry has known you. True
professional. I don't be checking my phone while that's going on, so I apologize for not getting back to you guys for several hours later. No, truth of the matter is I can't multitask, so if I look at my phone while I'm talking, my brain turns off. So.
Well, there's a whole lot of things I could have went to on that. I chose not to.
Scotty's such a nice guy. I can tee him up for a burn, and he won't even light the match.
There was a
burn, and he won't even light the match.
There was a burn there, but I'll choose not to.
I got 2 sticks from the rub together to start the burn.
I'll choose not to.
I got 2 sticks from the rub together to start the burn. He wouldn't even get off there. It was so I also got to ask Mayfield, because he had mentioned in his post-race interview that he thought the truck had broken, something that happened to one of the diffs.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people were standing around for a while, and so finally, I asked him. He's like, no, I don't think anything broke. I just think I had the wrong setup on it. I overdrove it trying to keep up. I'm like, oh, okay. So some time goes by, and a couple mountains were no longer blue.
Yeah, right.
And you got to talking about with Truey. I happen to be standing right next to him. Truey and him work together very closely. Truey's kind of his pit man. And they're talking about the setup changes that they had made because of the layout of the track that they went away from last year, because of the more high-speed sweepers. They went up in diff oil and some other things. And he was pretty sure that that's what screwed him. The way the truck drove was pretty open around me. Like, they don't give me the look at me, tell me don't say stuff type of deal. So I appreciate that. Oh, I heard a good joke this morning.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I went to Utah last week to visit, and I went to
weren't you in Arizona last week?
Yeah, I went to this little grocery store. It was a mom and pop and mom and mom and mom and mom store. Utah's got Mormons.
Oh, hey now. Okay.
That's a good one,
Yeah,
right?
okay, yes.
I listen to a lot of stand-up comedy bits while I drive.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Every once in a while, there's one that it sticks
you
right,
remember?
and I can tell it correctly. But most of the time, I butcher it.
Yeah, Lou Tatch, good morning. Good to have you.
They are lower mains right now. We had our first, it was E main, and because they're back-to-back, they're doing a small pause for the cause to let the drivers shake out their hand cramps.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
12-minute lower mains, I like that. I'm glad that they're not 20, because it's just adding time to the day.
Good morning, Steve Battaglia. How are you? Fair.
The fairground.
And we have to depend on something that's very, very important for a live stream called the internet. And in a big field, that's not always
The World Wide Web.
correct. So, unfortunately, it's not.
I mostly blame Elon. This is probably Elon's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably turned down our bandwidth.
Correct. Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure
Everybody
it doesn't help
blames
that
him,
all
yeah.
of us have the same thing streaming on our screen. I'm going to pause mine.
All right, we are getting ready to roll here.
This is down to quiet.
Down, quiet, and rolling.
Yeah, a little push start.
Yeah.
Intermediate nitro buggy. That means we run nitro buggy and a.
With one of the most epic finishes in the history of DNC. It came down after 45 minutes to literally .1. The final corner, it was amazing.
There was something in the air because they all gathered an allergy to leading the race. And they get into the lead and they break out in crashes.
That's right.
Barry Rogan will lead them out. Chris Clark in the 2 spot. Wyatt Wilson up from 6th to 3rd. Top 2 going to transfer out of this one. Work their way into the E main for.
We have the one and only Jay Smoker, not his real name, out there running.
You can see his rookie flag.
Yep. He runs it. He runs the flag on his wing, just so you know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it helps him with traffic because they're like, I should get out of the way.
Yeah, that's Jay Smoker coming
Yeah,
through.
okay, pro. I wonder if it affects his aero package when he's in the air.
He said back.
Wing drag.
Travis Corey, fine. Good morning to you. Holy moly. Ruben started 15. He's up to the 5. 9:20 to go. Very last lap, 44.4. See if we just got this time by. Very last lap, 44.4. See if we just got this time by. Barry, now Wyatt going to go to the front. Barry taking that wide line, coming to the start-finish line. Top 2 get the transfer. That's all that matters in these lower mains. You want to make the top 2 spots.
Bump-up racing's pretty cool.
I love it. I love having bump-ups. I try to do it at any race I possibly can, because now with the battery and motor technology, that brushless motor stuff that Novak, brought to the table many, many years ago.
The only time it's sad panda is when they take 9 and they bump it. I like when they take 10.
Yeah.
They're old school. 10
Correct.
make it to the main.
10 make it to the show.
And then they throw an 11th one in there. That one's pretty interesting. They did that at Desert Classic.
If you have a big enough track to do it, it works out. Me, for nitro races, I always like bumping 3. I think first, second, and to take the top 3 is sometimes first and second are like checked out, gone, and then there's that battle for third.
Typically, there's that huge battle for third.
Right,
the ones
exactly. So that's what I like to do. Damon or Devon, good morning, Devon. How are you? Welcome to the park. Out front. Out front, Ruben. What a run for Ruben from 15 up to the 2.
Twelve-minute races usually means pit stop. 12-minute races usually means pit stop's going to happen right about that halfway mark. These guys, it's going to happen right about that halfway mark. These guys can almost do 9 minutes, but well, maybe not in buggy. Nobody.
All right, he's in. Get some duct tape.
Take somebody else's body.
Just
Yeah.
put it on.
They'd be true in rubber tires now.
Oh, that's correct.
I'm out.
Posted in the, somebody in the Throbbing Brain posted that it was a daylight savings time, but I didn't even think of it when I went to bed. And when the alarm went off this morning, look at the window, like
7:55, I think. 7:56. 7:55, I think. 7:56 as I
58.
roll by the thing.
Yeah,
I got jammed up. I was trying to make a quick stop to pick up some refreshments for the boys for tonight, and the lady didn't know how to work the register and couldn't ring up all the things. I'm standing there. I was going to be on time, and then I wasn't. But it's fine.
Here is your leader, rocking the rookie stripe.
I wonder if it's just tape or if he's got a special material that he uses to make these flags.
I don't ever remember it falling off.
Right. It's got to be a little more than tape. But
right. It's got to be
if
like
you're no smoker, it's probably not much more than tape.
Or the wrappers of some stuff.
He's right. He's got a.
Jay out front. We love him.
Where do you go after this, Mr. Ernst?
I go to Vienna, Austria.
Like
I got to race this
Tuesday, like right after you get home.
Exactly. Get home, wash clothes, change suitcase.
That's what you should do, is have multiple ready-to-go Coke Zeros that you drink all the time, all that organic
or
water that you're such
the vegan water, yes, exactly.
Water. And you would be doing this intern a favor to be able to learn the ways of the RC's. He could probably learn all the ways not to do things when he finally gets to turn on the mic, too. So that's
Somebody asked me, when are you going to retire, Scott? When are you going to?
Why would you?
Yeah, I mean, I love what I do, but I do want to downshift some.
What?
Instead of doing 30 events a year, maybe do 28.
You should try to, before you call it quits, you should try to do 52 events a year, one a week. Yeah, just to do it.
Just to do, even on Christmas, have a race on Christmas?
Yeah, might as well. You do it on Thanksgiving. What's the difference? Where I live, there's mountains and there's poison oak. Like when we go camping, you got to watch out for poison oak.
Poison oak, that's like prevalent?
Like it's a weed. So much in Illinois, I never had poison oak. We had poison ivy.
Poison ivy, in our area.
That was kind of irritating. Poison oak gets on you, and then it turns into a plant, and if you scratch it, it spreads. Like it'll get all over the place. You get little, it's almost like little tiny scars, like you get cut, and then you bust that open and it gets everywhere. So plus nitro buggy D main. D for darn. They had the grill going last night. Tacos.
Oh really?
Burgers, 2 coolers overflowing. That area knows me, just like a couple of these guys know who I am. I swear to God, ma'am, it was not me. It was him. Yeah, thanks, Jensen. Did you get a sticker for IK Airlines?
IK Airlines.
You did not.
Oh.
Airlines.
IK Airlines.
You did not.
Oh, not yet. No, not yet. No, I haven't.
I did.
You haven't flown with him.
I flew the plane, bro.
Oh, no, I haven't.
I did.
You haven't flown with him.
I flew the plane, bro. Probably more information than we needed to know about the getting in and out of the plane and all the things he's got. Want to enjoy. I people in misery, suffering and pain.
Oh, okay.
I hate people, so I like when they suffer.
Okay.
To watch our producers deal with these problems and age rapidly in the course of a couple minutes, very enjoyable for me.
Standing on the roof trying to hold the antenna in
Right.
a different angle and, up on one foot 'cause
Well,
there's less resistance.
you were there when they flew Jensen to Ohio to come back with the satellite van. We might have to dip back into that one.
Correct. One of the greatest stories at the beginning of Live RC. We were doing the Charlotte World Championship, and we were supposed to have good internet in 2004.
Physically challenged. RC Physique was in double time. And it looks like it's going to dump. We had some very expensive non-waterproof cameras on all the towers. I'm like, we should bring them some bags. And I go wind sprinting across the facility with 2 garbage bags in my hand. I'm just laughing at all these sticky keyboard warriors over here. I feel you. I've watched some things online that I don't pay for, and I get super upset when it doesn't work.
It's a beautiful day. Sun is shining.
It is
blessed to be alive.
It's nice outside. I got free get shit done coffee. They're just giving it away.
I know, it's cool.
They got a little tip jar out there.
I kind of wish I drank coffee today or this weekend, because I love the smell of coffee.
You know what I thought was weird? The breakfast at the hotel is the latest starting breakfast I've ever encountered at a place that has breakfast.
Yeah.
It's like 8 a.m.
Yeah,
Guys.
on the weekend. People do stay in hotels that work on weekends.
Like us.
Exactly.
I don't know. This
is a lot of work.
For you. I just sit here. Scotty's got to run around and do things. He's yelling at these guys all the time, asking for things. I just sit here. He does this thing where he snaps his fingers real aggressively in the air to get their attention.
You make me sound like the biggest heel around.
He is. He doesn't. They can't hear us anyway. I don't think. It probably doesn't matter. Can you guys hear us? Press
yeah,
1
somebody
if you can
tell
hear
us. Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
We're ruining all our bits for later.
Right.
We're using them now.
That's one thing. If I got a good one, I won't really reuse it very effectively when the fans are gathered around. But that's probably a good thing. We're supposed to be professional when we get to the 8. You're right. We are.
Yeah, Thomas Kitchens, thank you.
Because if we were telling you what's going on, you couldn't see it anyway. So. But we are rapidly. Oh, we're just past the halfway point of this one. 5:30.
Ryan Reese out front.
Left to go. 5-car race. Hernandez not making the call. It's too early. Wesley, one in the chat.
I am ready to say something, and I shouldn't.
Say it. That's the best. Every time you think you're not supposed to say something, say it in your head one time, make sure you get the words right, and then say it. Oh, he's snapping his fingers at the producer right now, trying to get permission to say it. He was right. He definitely shouldn't have said it. So he said it off air, and I agree with him. It's a good thing he kept that one to himself. He farted. It was a huge fart. I like when people correct their spelling, like when you do your and here and there wrong, and you see that you did it in the chat, and you correct it immediately. Like, oh, crap, next post.
Yeah.
Hats off, Thomas. I like that. I've been a bit of a spelling Nazi in my day on the internet. When people do that, I'll put my comment and then I'll reply to them with a UR or whatever. Trying to help. You do it all the time when I say Scotty and me or Scotty there. Is it Scotty and me or Scotty and I? Who cares? That's what it is.
Because my dad did it to Boomer and I our entire lives. Yeah. Entire lives. We forget to shut off a light switch. You know what Dad did? I got it. Click. You know, I mean, constantly. And I'd say me and Boomer, it'd be Boomer and I.
Yeah. I have noticed that I turn the lights off at my house constantly, and I didn't turn them on. People just walking around my house turning lights on for some reason. Eric's on it. He says he restarted his YouTube, and it's good. Just wait, and the Buffalo will catch up with you. You jinx yourself. Time winding down here. 9 minutes completed. 3 to go. Ryan Reese from the 5 spot leads the way as he wants to transfer out of. Sean in good shape right now, but top 3 all on the lead lap. Yes, Steve, they did do some repairs last night and this morning. These sections here are quite a bit better than well, that top section doesn't look like it got much love, but some of these other areas are much smoother than they used to be. Joey goes out there in the Bobcat with the tracks. He does some donuts, and then he smooths it all out. It's pretty cool. How they been?
everybody. We are back here on liverc.com. Let us know how things are looking on your end, guys. Crew has been working diligently here trying to resolve the issue, so please take a look. Dane got it. Oh, is that guy here? Sam, how's things looking on your end? Dane? Bobby Tillman, how you doing, Bobby? Let me know, guys, if things are better. Looks like we got people on YouTube there in the book face. Nitro RC for life, thank you very much. Derek, yes, we fully understand that. Okay, thanks, Eric. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate the feedback. Thanks, Clubhouse. We appreciate it. Thanks, Sam. Awesome. Thanks for your patience, guys. Throw our invitation out to who our best fan is, Yara Maya. Doesn't have a real name here. Anytime you want to come and join us in the booth and call lap times for 13 hours, I'm sure everybody would love to hear it. 41.3, 41.5, Dylan 41.3, Sean 41.8, Brandon 49.0. Carson just did it faster, 41.2, 2 tenths faster. Apex out, yes, exactly. All right, so we got our Pro D-Main, Nitro Buggy, Carson, and Adrian. Looking to be our bump-ups. Thanks, Gary. It's good I've stepped away over the course of just, little 20 minutes here. Thanks, Sam. Not everybody. Yara's not a fan. He wants lap times for 13 hours. All right, Carson and Adrian. Top two bump. We got a little over 4 minutes to go. Oh, you know who he is, Brian? I have no idea who he is. Clubhouse Charlie is out doing some interviews. He'll be back here in just a few minutes. Carson, 43.0. Adrian, 41.2. Sean, 46.5. Dylan, 45.9. Brandon Rose has had a tough weekend. Sometimes things just don't go right. That happens, right? Part of racing. Nuclear. Oh, yeah, Charlie's not leaving. The Charlie and Scotty show will be back. Jason, yes, the last lap was a 42.8. Oh, racing Jason. It was 44.4 from Carson. Adrian 42.6. Sean had a 41.4. Dylan had a 42.6. Carson, your leader. We have 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. This is our Pro Nitro Buggy D main. We're in Paris, California. 2025 DNC. Presented by J Concepts. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Adrian and Carson down the straightaway. Separated by 1.316 seconds. Minute 55 to go. Through the whoop section. Go your leader, Adrian and Carson. BJ, yeah, you are correct on that one. That was an epic run for Seth. Jason, they do one of the I think very positive things that Joey, Aaron is Joey's best friend. They've been mates for life. One thing they do at the dirt is every day they kind of rebuild the track at night to try to give the racers, who are technically their customers, the best experience possible. And I give that a lot of credit to him. Most of the top track guys do, and it gives them a chance to, give the best conditions possible. Sure, by the end of the day, things are going to run up and it's going to get its character, but yeah, they do it. Joey's a master on the skid steer. It's amazing what he can do, and it's like the extension of his fingers. He's just out there grooming it up, getting it ready to go.
If I see Joey running a piece of machinery, I go watch.
Yeah.
That way you might learn some stuff.
It's like when you were a kid and they were working in the street with the big construction.
Right.
You're in awe how they move this. Yeah, it's Joey's the best for sure.
That's a thing you can do now. There's places where you can do a package where they let you go drive all the bulldozers and all that stuff. A buddy of mine did that.
That would be cool to go drive a big excavator or, something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And what's gotten real big, since we're talking about RCs, is RC construction.
Yes.
These dudes have gotten way into this stuff.
It is huge. In Europe at the big hobby shows and everything, they'll have these big things, everybody with RC construction equipment, and it's pretty cool.
Taco Slayer asking what happened to Rose. He's had perhaps one of his worst A-scale buggy weekends ever. I think they said he got dead last in every one of his qualifiers because, it's limited schedule due to weather.
I think it's because he cut his hair and cut the beard.
It's possible.
Think it's just, he lost his mojo.
There's something about the voodoo of I'm a big fan of superstitious race practices and the lucky hat, the lucky socks, lucky body clips, all that stuff.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I travel with the Hobby Wing team to go to a lot of the 10-scale races, and we have a pretty sizable spec team for the last couple of years. And if I don't watch the whole race, we've put some time into this voodoo of ours. I have to watch the whole race. If I show up and the race has already started and I go to watch, as soon as I look at one of my guys' cars, instantly crash. And usually it's not just a simple crash. It's a big crash, cost you a run type of deal. But if I watch the whole run, they'll have regular crashes like you do, or they'll have TQ runs. So it's some very, strict things that I have to follow when I hang out at the track.
Davao RC checking in from the Philippines. Magandang umaga.
What?
Davao. I wonder if that's Cebuano, maybe?
Mayang
Buntag?
He's just making noises. Those aren't words.
They are. That's good morning in Tagalog, the native language, and then there's many different dialects. And then I said good morning in Cebuano, which is a southern
This is another one of those situations where if you deliver information confidently, no one will think that you're wrong. Yeah.
Except our buddy, what's this guy's name? Jan something, Jabba, whatever, Yara Ma. He doesn't want us to talk. He only wants us. No conversation. He doesn't want stories.
Are you poking the bear? Don't poke the bear. Dude.
Oh,
leave the guy alone.
Beyond that.
Everyone is allowed to have their opinions.
Correct, they are.
More so from behind their keyboard.
Yes, exactly.
Sticky keys and all. You guys, there was one yesterday because I was correcting something that we said, and you're like, yeah, we know that. Well, I'm saying it for the chat because I can hear these guys. That's not what it is. Why are my keys all sticky? Oh, my God. The clubhouse, we've done some updates, and most of those situations have been resolved. And if that guy who called me a year ago and told me about those issues, and I said there's no issues, happens to be listening, I'm sorry, bro. You were right. I was wrong. There was some issues. We fixed it. But to clarify what that issue was, under high load, there was a safety in the speed control that needed to be adjusted, and it would cause some inopportune cutouts. Say you're downside in a big triple and you got to get into it, and there was too much juice, and it would make it stop. Okay. So that's all been addressed.
Hey, Davo, yes. Davo, did you guys build a new track yet? I want to come racing down there again. We were there. Andrew Gillespie and the guys had the track to, 20? I don't think we raced. I haven't been down there since before.
I wasn't listening. What are we talking about?
Our friend Davao in the Philippines. They had a racetrack I would go to every year in August. Myself and Edward and some of the guys from Manila, we would go down there and race.
Scotty's a big deal in the Philippines. They had a race for him several years ago. The Scotty Ernst Super Big Race.
Many years ago, yeah.
And the crowning jewel of this event, this was before these things were super popular. They had a very custom banner made. It's like 100 feet by like 40 feet, something like that. And it said, Scotty Ernst Super Big Race. And it had his big, stupid face right in the middle of it. And his face must be like 10 feet tall on this banner. It's great.
It was a normal 2 meter by 1 meter banner.
Yeah, it was huge. Cage, it's just a firmware update. There's been a couple firmware updates over the last year for a lot of our racing lineup. And for the XR8, that one came out months ago probably. And I know none of us like to check updates because it's scary. I've been that way my whole life. You go to do a firmware update, and it might not work after that for whatever reason. It's happened to all of us with various things. And it's safe. It works. It's fine. I've done many of them.
All right, we got Sportsman Nitro Buggy D-Main.
Shannon Barr, what are they tuning in for, the free stuff? He's referring to the podcast. I like that. That was a segue that I didn't even have to build.
There you go, boom. Because you have a podcast, Charlie?
I do a podcast.
What podcast is that?
It's called RC Stuff, powered by Hobbywing. You can find it by searching RC Stuff, powered by Hobbywing on all major podcast services. And we've very recently started to convert to video podcasts. So you can see myself and whoever I'm podcasting with faces.
Wow.
But we know.
I don't know if that's going to help.
No, it's not. It's not.
You know, much like me, I got the perfect face for radio.
Yeah. So I feel the same way. I look like a homeless person 95% of the time. I've been working from home for many years now. I've gone weeks without leaving my house, and it shows. So my boss is always like, we want to get your face on camera. I'm like, no one's going to listen to the homeless guy tell him how to set up speed controls, I assure you. When the poster was up, women were fainting and the humidity's at level spiked in the area. That's a good one. All right.
Get ready to roll.
8th scale. I don't need to say 8th scale, do I? I think you guys all know this is 8th scale.
Yeah.
Sportsman Nitro Buggy D main event. Top 2 going to transfer to our C main. It looks like Emir Circus? Sarkis? Not making the start of this one. I see an empty slot down at the end of the straightaway.
He's like, oh, there's somebody down there. They're trying. Oh, they got it fired. Fill it.
Oh, he's going to start from... Oh, that wasn't the front... That was Jeff Dabney. Boy, that was his car anyway. All right, so Sportsman Buggy are some of the most action-packed racing that we're going to see. Sometimes it's car-on-car. Sometimes there's a little car-on-car action. Sometimes there's car-on-track action. I've even seen car-on-marshal incidents happen in the Sportsman. I mean, in all racing for that matter. But leader going to get away clean. That looks like Emir got away from the pack. They got a little shuffled up behind him. That seems to be the trend in a lot of these mains.
Emir had a good start. As soon as his guy threw him down, he was gone.
Didn't even wait for the tone.
It was awesome.
I mean, what are they going to do? You got to try, right?
Exactly.
Can't hurt to ask. That's what they say. R. Nolan, yeah, I agree. The worst part for me was it didn't happen widespread, so it seemed like it was a small enough issue that it wasn't actually the speed control, because I'm a big fan of your plugs are bad or your plugs are dirty. I have a job because of bad plugs, is what I tell the people on the phone. Amir. Oh, no, Ace Lewis now to the top spot. Donald Flowers, Eric Phelan.
We had epic race in Pro Nitro Buggy, but, a lot of the best races are these lower ones. The guys that, these are the true customers of the industry, and the people that do this for a passion, take vacations to go racing and be part of this legendary race. And
my perspective is so broke, I can't imagine what it's like to take a week off of work to go racing and then be struggle busing, too, on top of all of that.
I'd do it. That's going to be my retirement.
Racing?
Yeah. When I retire, I want to get a motor home and put all my RC stuff in it and drive around the country. And this week there's a 12-scale race here in Colorado. We're going to run it. Next week, 8-scale in Washington. Oh, shoot. We can't talk about that. Sorry, Yar. All right.
Flowers,
Donald, your leader.
Flowers and
Ace
I was about
second,
to say
Eric
no one
third. Yeah. Only racing.
Flowers and Lewis duking it out here early on. You see him a little bump and run half a lap ago, but getting her cleaned up now and realizing we got transfers. Let's just go run this race out.
Top two going to bump up. Continue their climb up the ladder. Alphabet soup time. This is the D. They're going to go to the C.
I want to race. The only thing I don't like, well, other than Scotty going to the events,
I knew that was coming.
is I really want to race after I get done with this. Watching guys go around the track for 2 whole days, I'm like, I could do this, dude. I think I could do it.
We should have a competition next year. We each run. Well, you're not age eligible for over 40 yet, right?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, I was trying to give you props.
I'm 45, dog. I was the youngest driver in the field at the Chili Bowl Masters class. None of those dudes were 45, I don't think.
And you made the A.
Barely, but yes.
You made the A at the biggest dirt oval race in the world. That was pretty impressive.
I was mostly impressed that I beat dudes who try.
Oh, that's harsh.
I mean, I was trying, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just driving the car trying to not crash it.
It needs to turn more, guys. Make it happen.
Never told him that.
No.
The only adjustment I asked for, can we gear it up? Like, I feel like I'm not going fast enough in a straight line.
Don Flowers, racing. Don Flowers, your leader. Ace is second. Amir third. Dan, unfortunately, your pole setter, Amir, having troubles.
This track needs 100 turn partials.
It's huge. Eight minutes and 15 seconds to go. We got a full day of racing. We'll be racing at 8 o'clock tonight.
Oh, it looks like Amir making the late start, jumping in here at the 3-minute
back
mark.
going again. Good.
I don't think he made the start. We were calling that incorrectly as they rolled out because I wasn't paying attention because he wasn't out there. But our top two are just dousing each other in roost every other corner. It seems like one makes a mistake, the other one gets by, and they're just back and forth racing each other. Luckily for them, still circulating the track quicker than anybody else, so they're maintaining that lead.
This layout is made for some great racing. Even the best of the best, making small mistakes, especially at the course throughout the day, as the track builds its character up.
They got there's a case of leader flu going around the track that once you get in the lead, you get allergic and you crash off the track. Yeah, saw a lot of that yesterday. If you haven't been with us all weekend, there's some pretty treacherous sections that look semi-normal until you try to race on them. Like, you go out there and drive around, no problem, but coming over to this section here, this is all pretty straightforward. We haven't seen too much drama here, except this sucker pipe over there. A couple guys hooking up that pipe pretty bad. It gets a little bowly down on the bottom there that kind of blows their rhythm. But this, what I've been calling the anti-rhythm section, you may look like whoops or rhythms or whatever, but
there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Those rollers are evenly spaced, but you would never guess. They're taller than a buggy. Oh, gosh. And it has been wreaking havoc. Some of the most talented drivers, I don't think I've seen any of our top runners not crash at least once in that section. Yeah, from the lead, from a huge lead, in fact.
Ace, your leader. All right, pit stop's happening here.
Hopkins into the pits. Lewis in the pits.
Ooh, our leader, Ace, a long pit stop.
That's
9.4.
Well, 7.6 out of Hopkins. Flowers has not pitted yet, but had a rough lap because Hopkins got around him. This, I believe, is our leader, Lewis, in this gaggle of cars.
Ooh. Bug is all right. Hard into the pipe there. Some of these sharp corners are not very forgiving.
Oh, man. When they're doing double singles and triples at the same time through that uphill, it makes me very nervous. We are on board with our race leader, Ace.
All right,
that was
coming in.
Flowers and Phelan.
All right, Donald Flowers. He took over the lead. Oh, this looks like a good pit stop, though, for Don. 6.1, very good. He is going to give up the lead. I'm not too worried about Brandon Rose. He'll get it figured out. He's quite the wheel. And
I've seen racers have a terrible race weekend, and that be the last terrible race weekend they have the rest of their career.
On point the next week he's in wherever, and damn, he won.
Right.
It happened.
Flowers, our leader, Phelan in the 2 spot. Lewis, Hopkins, America, Serkis, Reed, Dabney, Early, Sharp, and Serkis are running order.
Marca.
Lewis across the line, 45-2, his hot lap. Flowers and Phelan's on their out lap. Here they come, 51 and a 46 as they work together side by side. Battle for that transfer spot. Big roost there from our leader. Oh, bobble on the backside. I believe the blue car was Hopkins, but doing a little victory donut there. Preemptive celebratory donut.
It is Ace, Eric, Dan, top 2 get the bump. 4 minutes to go here. Race 31. We're going to 54 today.
Just Poets, not that I'm aware of. Those updates were years ago for Blinky class racing. The Blinky changed that we can't use softening anymore. But as far as any changes to basic operation, nothing changed there as far as I know. I asked, and they said no. It was just for the Blinky stuff. 4-pole motors just have tons of punch, and they don't drive like a regular motor, so that might be part of it. But let's say you're running a 4-pole, you did the update, and it feels like it has more punch. It's probably something else. When you do a firmware update, default settings often get reset, so you might have had some setting changes that you weren't aware of. So that'd be worth checking out. Well, that's a good one. Jensen asked, why would people use softening in spec class racing? It's anti-timing. It turns the timing down. So what you could end up doing is cranking the end bell, running a whole bunch of gear, and it would run lower timing until you got up to RPM. So you would have kind of a variable timing type of deal that you'd have negative timing, and then it would go back to 0. And that was basically allowing you to run way more gear and end bell. So I didn't know. I found out after that I worked here, and I didn't know that was a thing until after the fact. Because when it all came through, I tried to put up the good fight because I don't like when they take features away from us and make us do updates. And I'm talking to the roar guy. I'm like, hey, man, softening is not for spec class. That's like a modified thing they do to take away power. He's like, Charlie, that's not accurate. This is what they're doing. I'm like, oh, all right.
Ace Lewis out front, Dan Hopkins, Don Flower, top 2 bump right now. Ace and Dan very close here. 2.5 to go.
Flowers was up in the mix earlier in this one. Dropped down to 3rd. He had a pretty rough lap. Now Hopkins to the top.
Hopkins 46.8. Ace 50.0. Don 49.2.
AE Fanboys here. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, what's up? Dan, Ace, Don, Eric, Brian, Marco. Emmer climbed his way up to the 6th spot after a tough start.
I went and had another Get Shit Done coffee.
Oh, there you go.
It was excellent. You know it's a good coffee when you don't have to put anything in it. It's just good.
That's what you're saying.
I like it. No. I like it a lot.
No, I like it a lot. We need to come out with,
Yellow car is
hot
Lewis.
chocolate. We need to get their, online hot chocolate for us non-coffee drinkers.
I mean, coffee beans and cocoa beans are similar, right?
I guess. Yeah, who knows? It's funny. I love the smell of coffee, but I just don't. But I haven't tried coffee in decades.
Such a weird guy, Scotty.
I know. I am definitely an oddball.
He's like not American. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink coffee, dude. Get out of here. Maybe that's why we kind of get along. We're total opposites.
We are 180 degrees out.
Scotty doesn't hardly even swear.
I try not to.
That was, I believe, the all yellow is Hopkins.
Until people in his chat room upset me.
No, this is Lewis that we're with, our transfer driver.
All right, two guys get the bump. 30 seconds. He's got a comfortable cushion over Don. Don was battling back and forth during the pit stop period.
You never have a comfortable cushion in sports.
Well, true.
That was a corner that I mentioned we hadn't seen too many people have problems with, and homie was just on the pipe.
Just happened.
If you guys want to find out the race schedule, you can go to liverc.com, click on live events, punch in DNC. It's probably right at the top. Click on that. Click on live racing, and on the top of the screen, if you're on your phone, it's on the side. You'll see a tab that says results. You can then click on that and see the heat sheet.
Boom, there you go. Mm-hmm. All right, this one winding down. Dan and Ace are going to continue their climb up the ladder for their bid to be Sportsman Nitro Buggy DNC champion.
Matt Nelson, hello, fellow Flatlander. He's from Illinois. The S is silent in Illinois.
Dan Hopkins, Ace Lewis going to go 1-2. Eric Bailey going to move up to 3. Don Flowers going to go 4. Brian Marca looks like it's going to be into the 5 spot. He is going to get that extra lap over Emir. Then Jeff, Anthony, Amir Circus. They got family in this one. And then Josh.
And in the chat, Amanda is telling us how to say their names. I appreciate that.
Emir, there we go. Thank you, Amanda.
I feel like we were saying it right. Was I saying Emmer?
I may have, too. I may have made it.
You were doing a really bad job with names yesterday. You were calling him Dunsford, and then you had me saying Dunsford.
Did I?
Oh, many times. You did it so many times, I almost like...
because I'm thinking of Brent. Yeah, I was thinking, Brent Dunsford.
Dunsford?
That, too. What's that, Eric? Yeah, sorry, Ryan, if you're watching this. What a sad day yesterday for Beach RC closed.
Well, but they'll be back.
Yeah, the beachrc.com is still, their retail and online is still going to go, but, it's always sad when a track closes. And
the conditions affect my decision on if it's sad or not. He lost his lease, and he's going to find another one, so that's at least something.
Correct.
But if you close your shop because it sucks, then that's really bad.
Well, yeah.
His shop didn't suck. So
they had a big race yesterday, their annual Palmetto Classic. My family went down there to race, and they had a good time and a good turnout.
Serious? What is Palmetto? Like, what is it? Is it a region of Florida or something like that? I don't know either. I don't know. Because there's a gun company, Palmetto Arms. And I've never heard it used anywhere else than that.
I'm sure the throbbing brain knows.
Yeah. Some Floridian.
Coach says, 2 Mountain Dew Code Reds and a Snickers goes further than a cooperative.
Yeah, for diabetes. I went on this kick where I tried to stop eating processed sugars for a while, like I wasn't eating.
Which is a good thing if you could do it.
Trying not to eat junk food. It lasted a little while, but then...
It's so hard.
Then you get one, and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm an idiot. I'm back. I'm going back. I talk trash all the time on racers when we're sitting around the track drinking sodas, eating stuff. But no one, they can't see in my refrigerator and see all the crap that I eat when I'm at home, so it's fine. I sat next to KOB at the INS, and he does like a liter of Diet Mountain Dew per day in his pits. I'm like, bruh.
Drink a lot. But he's lost. He's lost like 50, 60 pounds. Yeah, he looks good.
Getting underway here. I was going to do it again. 1A scale. We're 40-plus Nitro Buggy C.
Hey, Charlie, this is one of the biggest 1/8 scale races in the world. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that.
It's huge.
It's huge.
We got Adam Curry, Larry Richards, Josh Alesi, Jose Newman, Andrew Smolnick, Andrew Cox, Leland Woolfolk.
Hey, there's our coffee guy on 14.
Oh, nice. Lenny Langford. You could wait until I got there. Marty Vukazovic, Eric Deschenes, John Vandermolen, Jose Valledo, Christopher Clark, and the coffee man himself, Frank Sell, Ryan Reese, and Sean Avramov, our transfer drivers.
And I'm doing bad on names.
I've always been bad at names. I'm a name butcher. I'd be cutting them up and making name sandwiches.
I always try to say the names right. I feel so bad when I get them incorrectly.
Oh, look, Jerry said palmetto's a palm tree.
So see, Jerry, the throbbing brain knows all.
You guys are better than Google.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't have to type anything. I just say it.
And boom.
I should just live my life on a live stream, and then whatever happens, I'll just ask the people, and whatever they tell me, that's what I got to do.
As you know, there's plenty of people in Asia that do that, and people subscribe and just people live their life on live stream, and people follow them around. They have like cameras on their shoulders.
Get a hobby.
Crazy.
Oh, sure, David. I love when people ask us about tech things. I've been around RC my whole life. I've raced most of my life until the last few years, I guess. I've been very fortunate to work for pretty rad companies that allow me to work with our teams. I've worked on cars that have been in A finals. I've soldered their speed controls, that sort of thing. So I like to share the tech because it's a mystery to a lot of us. But one of the things that we run into in a lot of the sanctioned events that we go to is they have a voltage limit. You can't charge your battery past 4.2 volts per cell. And none of the batteries that we purchase these days are 7.4 volt or 4.2 cells. They're all HV cells, they call it. So the sticker on the battery says 6,000 milliamps. It's an HV pack, but you only charge it to the normal voltage, standard voltage. You're not getting all your milliamps because the milliamp rating is based off the full voltage charge of that battery. And some people argue, well, HV's cut off higher. No, that's not accurate at all. HV packs still cut off at the same voltage. It's all the same for the most part. But we run into folks that call us up. This battery is not giving me all my runtime. It cuts off early. When I charge it, it's not taking all the capacity. I'm like, because you're not charging it to full capacity. So if you've got HV packs and you're short on runtime, you better HV charge them because then you'll get all the capacity. And the other one
will be over voltage, won't it?
Well, it depends. Some of these races, they don't check that stuff, and people just don't know that they're allowed to HV charge, if that makes any sense. So club racing and stuff like that. But yeah, check with your rules. And since we're on the topic of batteries, if you guys didn't know about dish soap being your best friend for lipo safety,
yes,
tell your friends. I currently travel with a large bottle of Dawn dish soap in my race box just in case. You're like, what are you talking about, Charlie? Lipo fire breaks out. You see it start to hiss and fizz. Maybe it gets to the point that it's flaming up. Chemical extinguisher is probably not going to do a lot of good except push that around. So you douse it in liquid soap, and that smothers it, and the chemicals of the soap react with all the things and kind of make everything inert, and fire goes out.
That's correct. We used to go every event, big event we did. We get Home Depot buckets,
yep.
5 bags of sand. Now we just have a dozen big bottles of dish soap. Put that at the end of each pit row, and if you have a problem, spray it on there, and it's true. It is a great way to do it.
I was at a race in a ballroom at a hotel, a large venue, and something started to happen, and a dude ran to it with the bucket of sand, just flipped the bucket over upside down on the table, saved everybody's day. Didn't even have to yell anything. We're just like, what's that ruckus over there? Why is that bucket upside down on the table?
We're off and running 40 plus. Us old guys. I'm hoping for Adam Curry to have some luck. He needs it because so far it hasn't been very bueno for him.
I love and I hate this shot so much. Look at this. Marshall's everywhere.
Marshall's working, dancing a jig out there trying to get through the mess.
I'd want a big stick and just poke at him and flip him over. I'm not going out there. Huge lead already early on here for Curry. He's already across the line and off the shot. Second spot going to be Alesi. And it's Cox, Langford, Vandermolen, top 5 across the line. Lap number 1 here in our C-Main 40-plus Nitro buggy underway. 15-minute final. Looking for probably one pit stop, give or take the halfway mark. These guys can do 7.5, 8 minutes, no problem.
All right, Curry starting on pole.
This is Alesi with Cox and Langford behind him. Early on in this one, cut up a little bit short there for Andrew.
Oh, man. Luckily, stuck the landing. Whoa, excuse me. Who wants this one? First across the line for second, Josh Lenny.
Wow.
Only 2 transfer. Adam, what a great start.
Lenny Langford from 8th up to the 3rd spot now, knocking on the back door of a Lacey. Copious amounts of pressure being applied to the rear wing. Tries the high sideline, gets a run, but nothing doing into the whoops. Ducks to the inside now. Can't make it stick. That face a little bit rough. Lost the drive. A Lacey big air there. Both landing in that nice, soft, cushy spot on the outside. Oh, no. Problem there for Langford. Comes up short. Going to give it to Vander Molen now.
Curry, still your leader. Got a 7-second lead. Under the stripe right now. There's Alessi. Great run here for John Vandermolen. From 11 to the 3 here at the start of this one. Well done.
Vandermolen just off the back of the shot there with the orange wheels. A little slow and easy there through the anti-rhythms.
Curry out front. Adam, Josh, John, Andrew, and Eric DeShenes from the 10 to the 5. He's from Canada. Hey.
Lacey just checked in last time with his hot lap, a 44.3. Still kind of getting their rhythm out there. 45.5 that time by. Lacey comfortably in the 2 spot. DeShenes now from 10th to 3rd as he starts to close the gap.
$11:45 left to go in this 15-minute final. $11:30 to go. 11:30 left. Adam, Josh, your top 2, only 2 transfer.
And I think that is DeShenes now closing the gap as we're going to get a battle here for the 2 spot. DeShenes with a bit of a bobble there. Blue car is a Lacey. Orange and white is DeShenes. I think I'm friends with Eric on Facebook.
What's that?
I think I'm friends with DeShenes on Facebook.
Are you?
I think so.
Yeah. You're friends with everybody. You're kind of a big deal.
I think they took off that limit of how many friends you can have.
No, it's still 5,000.
I think I have that. I don't.
I have.
Scotty maxed out.
I am maxed out, and I have like 3,000 friend requests waiting, and it frustrates me. I've been blessed to meet a lot of people around the world.
Where does it say how many friends I have?
Adam, John. Oh, DeShenes getting by.
Jensen says you have to have friends to have a number of friends. You're great. I only have 3,400.
3,400.
I don't know any of these people.
Adam, Eric, John, Ryan. Ryan Reese from 15 to the 4.
Kyle, that dip is not nearly as big as it was yesterday. I went over and looked at it, and they can go at a medium pace into that now and not do endos. So, similar.
Adam Curry out front. Here's Eric. We're following DeShenes.
He's got a huge gap.
You know what would be awesome? Not realistic, but put a camera up and leave it in that corner and just time lapse.
Right.
To see throughout the course of the day.
Watch the buggies dig it deeper.
Just dig it out, and as the sun changes, the shadows come, and all of a sudden it's bigger and bigger. That'd be cool.
DeShenes to the high side. See, a lot of creative lines based off how they enter. Sometimes they're coming in too hot, so they're like, oh, forget that, I'm going to the high side. It's smoother up there. Or they just missed the turn, I'm not sure.
Adam, Eric, Ryan, Reese. Now, Reese climbing up. Josh falls to 4. Oh,
wow.
Here's DeShenes. DeShenes coming into view. You see Reese behind him.
Only a couple seconds off the back.
Yeah. There's Eric across the line. Where's Reese? Should be coming across the line. There he is, down the straightaway. I wish our industry would change over to a safer battery, like Lifey batteries or things like that. it would be much better. But it's never going to happen because just such lower voltage and lower power.
Yeah, but I think we have too much voltage and power
sure.
now.
We do, but everything is too fast. And I wish that, they would put time and effort into coming in with a safer battery.
The unfortunate part about this industry is it's as serious as it is, we make our money off of a very non-serious segment of it, like people that club race and stuff like that. That's where majority of the sales stimulate from, and even non-racers. So they don't care. They just want performance type of deal. They want...
And speed.
Yeah.
Adam Curry, Deschenes, Ryan Reese, Alessi, followed by Lenny Langford, Larry, Leland, Christopher, Frank Sells, moving up to the 7. Oh, Rutrow. Flame out. They're out of gaze. Oof. Oh, Eric having trouble.
I think that's Reese.
Rutrow.
Double transfer on the line here, as I believe this is Reese that has made the move on Deschenes. Deschenes had a bit of a rollover coming up the hill. Reese now into the pits.
Oh, they're both in. Who's got the better pit stop? Oh, Reese down and away.
4.9 to a 5.5. Reese made the move on the track due to a bobble from Deschenes, and now gapping out as they leave pit lane. Oh, I say that. Was that Reese upside down? No. Reese here in the, I think there's a little bit of orange. Yellow and green is what we can see. White wheels, white wing.
Great shot here. Aiming pit cam.
Oh, wow. That could have been real bad.
That would have been. Francisco Vasquez. Fine, good morning to you. Not only says hi to us, but all the live RC crew.
Oh, there you go.
See? It's well thought out. Thank you, Francisco. Our cameramen and producers appreciate that.
No,
videographer.
Eric Jensen said creepy hello in my headset. He's back to you.
Adam Curry, your leader, Ryan Reese. Eric Deschenes still in it here at the pit stop cycle through.
Deschenes is only a couple seconds off the back door, I believe, of Reese.
And after the pit stops, we'll see what it cycles.
Maybe 10.
He had a 59 second last lap.
That's not good.
Not the best.
Oh!
Waffle dart.
A waffle stomp?
Oh.
That was third spot. Reese getting a lapper to the dome.
Man.
That's not what you want from a lapper.
No.
Not on your head.
No. Well. Just going over that double.
Oh, the boogie or T Boogies asked a good question. We talked about this earlier, but you weren't here. I did have a chat with Mayfield. I'm like, so did something break on your truck? And he's like, you know what, dude? I think we just missed on the setup. We had changed a couple things for the layout, and I believe the truck just went away. I came back, tires were bald, nothing was broke, so I think it's too heavy on diffs. Everything just wasn't right. So they went through the plan of what they're going to do for the buggy and the truck program today, and it sounds like lots of wholesale changes and a lot of testing in their warm-up to find out what they want. So it didn't actually have a mechanical. It just had a miscue on their setup changes, I guess.
Great job from Techno, though, sweeping the podium.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big deal.
No, but I was very interested to see what failed, more so because I want to see who built the part and whose fault it was. It wasn't anybody's fault. Nothing really happened. But to listen to him and JQ conversate about the blowouts, the mistakes that got made, and JQ was like, well, you only blew out because you were racing your teammate, and you knew that you guys were still going to win anyway, so it was no pressure. You guys were still going to take the win. And Mayfield's like, well, I still wanted to win. She's like, yeah, but you crashed. Like, you made the mistake. Nobody forced the issue. If you were racing with Dakota, you wouldn't have crashed. Like, the pressures and JQ had this whole big thing about how drivers are affected by who they're racing against. It's a mental game. I could see where he was coming from.
Curry with 4 minutes to go out front. We're like vampires, David. You know, the sun. Adam Curry, Ryan Reese, and Eric DeShenis.
It looks like Curry had a rough lap there. Reese now moving by. Curry in tow, so these are our top two.
Come on, Adam.
Together.
Adam had a big lead. Gave that up. Oh. Front row. Oh, no. Is it? Oh, it's still fire. Come on, Adam.
Is that our leaders taking each other out?
No, he's fun, kind of wrecked. One of them duration deals.
I was reading the chat while that all happened. My apologies. It's only bad if we're both looking away from the screen. If one of us is paying attention, it's fine, but we should have a button. So I'm watching, you're watching.
That just lights up.
Put the cup on.
Okay, your turn to look at the scoring screen. Reese, Curry, DeShenis last time by. Cross the stripe.
Reese across. Curry late to the line.
Adam, very late. There's Adam down the straightaway. Now DeShenis.
Battle for the transfer between Curry and DeShenis.
All right, that's the battle here. Curry and DeShenis. Adam dominated this one from the start. I was saying he needs some good luck and looked like he was poised to do it. He's got to bring it home because Eric DeShenis from Canada. Right there.
Got a little woed up there before the team almost had contact.
Just a bit outside.
This is the battle for the transfer. 2 minutes left to go. Lap traffic getting queued up there. DeShenis had to tap the brakes, avoid the contact. Curry across the line. DeShenis dropping back just a little bit now. About 2 seconds now. So Curry knows he's back there. Track announcer has let him know. So Curry going to try to put his head down, put in some clean laps here with 1:40 remaining.
More traffic, though.
Oh, gosh.
Eric right there. Come on, Eric. Oh, good line for DeShenis. DeShenis closing in.
Doing a couple double singles there to play it safe. 1:20 only remaining.
Couple laps to go. DeShenis a little tighter line there, but got caught up in the big ruts. Down the straightaway. Adam, a tight line. Oh, Adam. Come on, Adam. DeShenis going to go by, and they're in a heap of traffic.
This is not where you want to
be. Adam, beat it. I got to go see what I see.
No.
Oh, no. Trouble there. Adam bails out. DeShenis upside down.
Oh.
Curry back to the 2.
So Curry now in the transfer spot. They're going to make it by for this lap and one more.
Curry better get up on the wheel. DeShenis right there. Big reach for DeShenis.
Nose high.
One lap to go. Double there. Does he take it wide to avoid the ruts? He does. DeShenis goes right through him. All right, there's Curry. There's DeShenis down the straightaway. Oh, who's going to get this?
Oh, no.
Oh, Adam! Adam upside down. DeShenis goes by.
Just a nothing crash there.
What a race.
Yeah, that's jumping the flats and turning a little too soon. Car said,
Oh, Adam get hung up. Eric, a perfect line there through the whoops. Half a lap to go.
They've got some clear track.
Oh,
wow.
Man, I thought he was going off track. Here comes Adam. DeShenis double single. Adam, he's going to have to sky over the big jump here. He's going to need some help. DeShenis smooth. Oh, Adam into the hay bale. That's going to wrap it. We got Ryan Reese taking the win, and Eric DeShenis. A great race there with Eric and Adam. Well done.
Ryan Reese, congratulations. Double transfer from the E to the C, now to the B.
I got to go up and give them boys a high five. I'll be back.
Okay. So great run there from Reese. Starting on the back row, works his way through the field. Probably halfway through, he was up at the front and stayed there. Finishing order: Reese, DeShenis, Curry, Alesi, Langford, Richards, Woolfolk, Vandermolen, Cox, Vukazovic, Sell, Velado, Avramov, Clark, Smolvik, and Newman. Up next will be, I believe we have some intermediate buggy or Sportsman buggy coming up next. I think it goes 40 plus, Sportsman, Intermediate, Pro, but they got to equalize the lower mains, so it takes a little bit of time. That guy's ready already. Well, we got some downtime. If any of you guys are anywhere close to Grass Valley, California, and you love RC, there's a mountain bike race that happens called the TDS Enduro. You can go to their website, tdsenduro.com, look it up. We do RC entertainment there. After the bike racing is over, they have an RC track, and we run mostly short course stuff, but if you got stuff to run, come out and run with us. It's a spectacle, to say the least. It's not a huge track, probably 100 by 30, something like that, but we get out there, put on a show, and all the bike racers pick a car, cheer for us. So let me know. Hit me up on the bookface. Send me an email, charliehobbywing.com, if you want to get involved and come party with us in the woods for a couple days. It is a very good time. It's what you'd call dry camping, but it's a great facility. They got some amenities. Up next will be our Sportsman Electric Truck C Main. It's going to be a 5-truck race. Sam W., nothing that I can talk about. There's always something new coming from Hobbywing, but nothing that I can discuss openly. But I will say this. You want to check out our website next week. There's going to be a bunch of announcements. I'll say probably there's a lot coming. I can't remember all, but I don't think it was any racing products. Maybe some boat stuff and some other things. But that's still... So we're in a holding pattern here as they are spritzeling the track for the 5-car race.
Spritzeling, is that an official word?
A light watering. We have by my buddy's backyard track. It's we
if you
call
don't know about Charlie's backyard track, it is famous, infamous, well known.
We call it. You have to be a hydrolyst to be allowed to water the track. You need to know the ways of the hydrolyst. Good with the water.
I got it.
Because if you water it wrong, you ruin the racing for everybody. So we call it a spritzel. That's the code for a light watering.
Okay. Right. How big's your backyard track?
It's huge. It's got to be 150 by like 40 or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're saying a backyard track. It's like
proper track. Yeah. You got a driver's stand now. Well, it's unmounted dirt, but yeah, it's a driver's stand nonetheless.
Come on, you can get some scaffolding up and stuff like that.
I think you need a permit.
In California, you need a permit for
everything in your backyard even. But if you guys are at all interested in this track that I'm talking about, you can go over to the Hobbywing official YouTube channel, and you can check out that Charlie Show playlist. And there's the Peacock Pit track. You'll find it. They call it the Peacock Pit because it's in Nevada, California. There's a bunch of peacocks in this neighborhood for some reason, like wild peacocks
just roaming around.
Yeah, making noise.
Oh, we have the one and only in the chat room. Nitro is the glory. No Name Podcast, Mr. Lefty.
What's Lefty's real name?
Lefty.
No, it's not. He's got a real name. I was just thinking, I can't remember his real name. Keenan, that's right.
Lefty. Everybody knows him as Lefty. Nobody knows him as
Keenan Ivory White or something like that.
I was on a plane with that dude.
Oh?
Just a couple weeks ago.
On purpose?
Yeah.
What were you guys doing?
He was sitting...
No. Where were you going, I guess?
He was in Tulsa, coming back from the Chili Bowl. Keenan, I don't know if it was Keenan or Kenan.
You were coming back from the Chili Bowl. He was not.
He did some comedy show there.
Lefty? You talking about the same guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a picture of him. He's worth millions, and he dressed like a bum.
The comedy show that he went to?
No.
Or Keenan?
Keenan, the dude. I might have deleted.
Are you talking about Lefty?
No, I'm not talking about Lefty.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about this dude. The famous Keenan Ivory Wainans.
That's just a black guy, dude.
No, that's the dude. He had a whole entourage with him.
Oh, okay.
He had an entourage. He went in. He was sitting in first class. He went in, sitting down. Then his entourage, who was sitting in coach, came by, gave him like a breakfast sandwich and orange juice and everything. So, and then when we walked out, yeah, he walked in his entourage, had his bags and everything like that.
That's got to be weird.
Yeah, and he's like, look at how he's dressed. Just like
you're
really.
a weird guy, dude. He's got this sneaky video that he's doing from his waist. Creepy.
Yeah,
He's creepy guy.
Famous comedian.
Who cares?
Don't you remember In Living Color?
Who cares?
That was an awesome
Just a
show.
guy. Did you talk to him? Did you get his autograph?
No,
did you tell him that you like him? No, you didn't do nothing. You stalked him like a weirdo.
Tried to say hi as he went by, but he didn't. I got to. Last year I met John Force.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
It was awesome.
Did he have his dirty race suit on?
No, but he had his old Peak Anarchies hat, ball cap. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
My old man loved all forms of motorsports when I was growing up, so we watched a lot of it. Oh, sorry. Off and racing here.
We are.
Across the line, Treviso, America, and Early. Early's last, though, so that's weird. Top two of this one going to transfer into the B main. Treviso and America. Only 4 making the start as Poirier not making the call. Top 2 now going to get away just a little bit as Early had an off-track excursion. Finds himself off the racing service and just now gets marshaled. That's a rough one.
Yes, our Sportsman Electric 1/8 electric truck. You didn't know.
All classes are A-scale, kids.
I was just trying to help you try
I
it.
know.
Race 33 of 54.
I can build a deck without a permit. You can't do anything in California without a permit.
Nothing. You cannot.
Although, in the county that I live in, it's one of them sanctuary counties, and you can just live in front of someone's house and claim it as your own piece of property for 30 days at a time.
And why would you live here? And you can't say just because of the weather.
Jason, I will do that at the conclusion of this race because we want to talk about racing mostly. That's going to take a bit of... Whoa! Where's he going?
Where is he going?
No, you got to go back to where you came off the track. That's not it, dude. Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
good job, Jimmy. Good job. Yeah, I like that.
That was a little cut of the track.
So I've been around racing for a minute, and every once in a while you'll be watching races, and some dude will have an incident, and nobody saw it, and he just cuts the track and goes. If you're one of those guys, screw you, bro.
It happens at a race that I'm in. Almost, not everyone, but somebody will come up and say, hey, that guy just, cut half the track.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Did he wait? And then sometimes I'll have to address it.
Right.
And, I'll ask the guy point blank afterwards, hey, did you do this? And most people will be honest. If they get called out, they're not going to lie about it, especially now with video evidence and everything. And I'll have to give the guy a 10, 15-second penalty or something.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark, current race leader shown as Treviso, but that may have shuffled around here because they were just doing a little bumping and banging. Scotty was looking me in the eye while he was talking to me, so I had to look away from the camera.
My fault.
I feel creepy.
Treviso out front. America is second.
These guys got a pretty good gap, but Early just has to hit his marks. Anything can happen here in off-road racing. Like this section here might just take your truck and throw it off the track for no good reason at all.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
I just went through this same line last lap.
Right.
It was fine. It was fine. It's your wife.
Oh,
how's everything? Fine.
Speaking of race topics, as JQ and Mayfield were discussing the lines, he brought up how Van Dalen was running a different line than he was. They had an inside and an outside. And as Mayfield sees this happening kind of off his peripherals, he's like, I'm going to try that line. He did it, came up short. He's like, all right, I don't like it. And then once Van Dalen got by him, he's like, all right, I better go do that line. And then he switched over that line, and that was like kind of the transition in what was going on. And as they got to talking about it, he's like, that corner isn't where he was beating me. His car was better everywhere else around the track as well. And then they were talking about his super line through his truck was way better through the whoops more.
Oh, man. Yeah. That pass that put on was brilliant.
Then, so the question came up. They're like, well, what's Seth running for Seth? And this, that, and, he's like, well, pretty much his entire setup is completely different than mine. We run the same car, but the setup's completely opposite. Well, that's cool.
5.5 to go in this one.
So that was semi-race related. Nothing was happening exciting on the track, so I was allowed
Correct.
to put
So we're
that
not in trouble.
Stop saying the guy's name.
I'm not. Oh, no. Brian, Ryan, Robert, Mike. E-Truck. 5 minutes to go. Last night's race will go down as in the record books as one of the best.
You know, I disagree only because it came down to crashes. I'm not a fan of bobbles making it. I like it when they race each other more. So it was a great race, don't get me wrong.
They were racing
Not
each
one
other.
of the greatest.
I think so, because it came down to the final corner. Nobody gapped out by 8, 10, 15 a lap.
It came down to the final corner because Van Dalen crashed on the last lap twice.
Right, so did Mayfield, but still, it kept
it wasn't much
an
of a
entertaining race.
That wasn't much of a race. You're right. Very entertaining. Great race. Not saying, but maybe not one of the best. It was a good one. I want to see some, like, actual passes. Not like,
yeah, Seth went by him in the whoops.
We got excited
in the hardest
about
part of the racetrack.
He was upside down. The other one that we talked about was Cavo's line through the whoops. Those guys all mentioned it. I'm like, dude, you guys didn't even go on the live stream and watch his race. It was freaking awesome. I got to tell the story like 3 times.
Like the curving,
Yeah. The super
the
arc.
Cavo line.
Right.
All right, we got America out front. Treviso followed by Early. Your top 3.
These guys have
second lead.
Super accordion effect on each other. They were just nose to tail a lap ago, and now a couple seconds between them. Smooth and easy here. Trying to find a line through the anti-rhythm section, and they'll be searching for the next 3 days for a line through there. I feel like if I was marshalling, I'd be out there just jumping up and down on a couple of them, like every third one, just stomp her down. Your leader, America, Treviso in that 2 spot, ghosting each other. You see no real pressure from Mr. Early.
Savoya. There's Renner. Charlie, they need volunteer marshals. You can go out and marshal.
Ooh, I don't do that for A-Skill. It's dangerous. And, well, I mean, I might do it for like a pro class. Some of these guys.
Then all the pressure's on when they do crash.
They don't crash as much, though. I mean, you saw that one dude jump the side of the jump yesterday. Like, they got into a big collection, and he just drove down the non-racing surface and turned back up the side of the jump. I'm like, that's not the line, dude.
Charlie mentioned it earlier. We were talking about it in the after party last night, that nothing broke on Mayfield's truck. He just said, they got it wrong in the setups and balled the tires. And
he went up in diff oils from last year for layout reasons, not for conditions, and he feels like that was a mistake. I don't know what the word for the emotion that they were exuding while he was explaining all this, but super distraught over this.
Passion?
Yeah, something. He's like angry, sad, upset, mad, disappointed, all at the same time.
America out front. 42.9, his best lap there on lap 11. Ryan second. They got a lap on Mike, so the top 2.
I was going to say, they're right with each other, but not.
Minute 30 to go. So as long as he keeps the fire lit, doesn't flame out, he's going to be fine.
These are electric. This flashlight. Flashlight racing. Truck flashlight. I knew you were joking. I knew.
Minute 10 to go. Rob.
America checking in with his new personal hot lap, a 42.4.
Don Tolbert, what's up, Don? How you doing? Good to have you following along. Tyrone's back with us. Tyrone swung by yesterday.
Oh.
Did you go out and say hey?
I didn't.
I saw him when I was doing right before the A main. I heard, hey, Scotty, what's up? Tyrone's over there. Can't come back today, he said, because he's got prior commitments.
RC things to do. Oh, no. That's not good. Should have gave it the gas. When it's wing high, you give it the gas, folks.
Or hit the brake and do a flip.
All the way over?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when we first started getting the electric vehicles that could do backflips off of jumps. I'm like, this is RC's coolest thing ever right now. We're doing backflips. And then they have so much brakes and big enough tires, you do front flips now, too. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like my X-Max does front flips. It's sick.
Time winding down.
America going to hold on. Treviso in and done, transferring out of the C into the B.
Marca.
I think that's really his name.
I don't think so.
Marika.
Marika. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Marika.
Marika.
That sounds better. The chat probably knows how to pronounce his name.
Marca sounds better.
Spell it phonetically for us. So this is over. What was the tech support question? I'm gonna scroll back up because this dude asked me a tech support question that I think everybody should hear. Because anytime I share information, somebody asks about it, means somebody else doesn't know about it.
Get your recordings out.
Charlie, can you talk about the initial throttle rate sending on the speed control? Is it like initial punch, or is it really low on the? It's set at a really low on the default settings. All right. So initial throttle is how the speed control starts the motor, and it's there to combat the dead spot. When you go to run your motor very slowly, when you just creep into the trigger and the motor doesn't start, particularly like spec motors, high turn motors, stuff like that, it doesn't want to creep right away. You can turn that initial force up to make that stop happening, take away that dead spot, if you will. I've always, when this setting first came out, we were spec racing, I said crank that SOB all the way up and leave it there. And the engineer said that's probably not the best advice. You might want to start with it low and work your way up. Sometimes if it's too high, the motor's starting too hard, and it may feel like the motor comes on too aggressively. Most of the situations that we run at, the traction's very high. That's kind of a non-issue. But if you ever get into a deal where it's going to be mostly with spec racing probably, you get a little wheel spin when you first touch the trigger or get into it. It's hard to pick up the throttle is the one I like to use. You start to lower that setting. So there you go. If you guys want more information like that, I talk about it all the time on our podcast and our YouTube channel. You can check that stuff out. We talked about it before, but go look it up.
There you go. All the kind of information you get. It's priceless.
Sportsman Nitro Buggy C-Main event coming up next. Chris Thomas, Bob Fricker, Reed Saunders, Stephen Smith, Vincent Nguyen, Hugo Treviso, Mark Atkins, Michael Schneider, Daniel Boyer, Travis Asbin, Jeffrey Peterson, Tab Wilder, Chris Copron, Brian Jensen, Dan Hopkins, and Ace Lewis. Our last two there are transfer drivers. Oh, Tyrone has a 50th anniversary brunch for his frat. I would not have taken you as a frat boy.
Frat boy.
Would not have guessed that.
That's awesome.
I mean, no offense. When I think of a frat boy, I think of those big, doofy, musclehead guys.
In a toga.
Yeah.
Toga.
Doing beer bongs.
What movie? That was a movie quote. Come on. You even probably know that.
Animal House. I thought you were asking me.
No.
You were looking right at me.
I said don't say it.
I brought myself a pillow to sit on today.
I see that.
We have very executive plastic chairs. My sit bone was hurting yesterday, so I can sleep in the back of my truck, so I have a pillow back there all the time, just in case I want to crawl
in the back of
the back seat, not the bed of the truck, but the back seat. It's like a couch back there for me. It's great.
For you,
built for travel, my folks. You make all the short jokes you want. I am more comfortable than most of you at all times. I can stretch out. The only time it's not good is when I got to reach stuff on the top shelf at the grocery store. Like I've had to ask people for help. Like, hey, yeah, thanks. One time there was a little old lady trying to get something. Like, I'll get it for you. I couldn't reach it either. She's like, a lot of help yours, sonny. She didn't say that.
Oh, we got to work on the trip to Australia thing, though, dude. If you're going to go.
I think I'm going to go.
We got to work on that.
I think I'm going to go.
I'm getting tickets for me and the family and all that.
I think I'm going to go.
You get on the...
Oh, you're going to buy it on your thing. That way I
I'm
get
not
on
going
the
to buy it.
Well, man, but you're going to put it on your thing and I'll pay you.
If we're on the same locator, then...
I'll Venmo you.
I got to Venmo. Everybody's starting to use Venmo. Everybody's like,
I
you
don't
got Venmo? I don't have Venmo. Well, actually, I did have Venmo. I opened it up the last time I used it, 2018. I went into the account. I'm like, thankfully, my crapple computer remembered my password and everything, and I got it in my Venmo. 2018 is the last time I used it.
You don't make all your passwords the same?
Huh?
You seem like the kind of guy that would have all the same passwords.
No, I don't.
Or part of it would be the same. It'd be like, whatever the thing I'm using is, it would be Venmo and then the password, or the password and then Venmo, like something like that.
No.
One day, the hackers are going to figure out how to steal those stupid password-saving keychains, and we're screwed. Because none of us know our passwords anymore. Like, I'm permanently logged in everything. About to get underway here with our Sportsman Nitro Buggy B main event. And Thomas looks like maybe not making the call.
Your pole sitter.
Oh.
Yes.
Jensen's he says he's hammering drones. I look at him like, what are you talking about? The guy who runs multi-GP is like the roar of drone racing, and you could very easily have cause problems for other racers. And if you broke this violation, he would smash your drone with a sledgehammer. Like, that was the thing.
He would do that?
Well, that's what he said. Then it actually happened. I'll tell the story after this is over.
All right, here we go. Sportsman Seaman, 15 minutes.
I will agree with the chat that when I watch a live stream and the two announcers are talking about something that's not going on the track, it irks me a little bit. But usually the stories are good. Our stories are bad. That's why you guys are getting mad. Lead them out right now. It looks like that was Fricker and Saunders, but there was a bit of a kerfluffle in corner number 2.
That's an official word.
You know what I want? I want split times through the whoops next year.
Oh, there we go.
Pit stop's cool.
Split times for the whoops.
I'd have to come in early and put the
You'd
loops
have to
in.
do manual labor, and remember you have a clause.
Never mind.
Labor.
I bet you we could get Joey to do it. And leader coming across the line, blue with the yellow wing. It is Fricker. I was right for once. Smith now to the 2 spot, and the rest of the field. Look at Jensen coming from 14th. Vincent Wynn in the 4th spot. Ace Lewis from 16th to 5th.
Here you go, Ace. You got to be cool if you got a name Ace.
Or your parents thought you were going to be cool.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm talking about. Sections.
His split time would be bad.
Yeah. And he's stuck on the non-racing surfaces. He is really elbows up there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to hold on to this position for this whole lap. Nope, I'm not. Oh, was that the leader? Oh, I think that was Fricker off the hay bales there. And new leader across the line, going to go to Lewis. Yeah. 16th to 1st on lap number 2.
Where's Reed, the youngster? There you go, Reed. Come on, climb on back, buddy.
Brian Jensen from 14th to 2nd. That's some Sportsman Nitro racing for you. Anything can happen. Lewis driving through the smoke, finds himself at the front, the all-yellow buggy, working his way into our center triple. He goes triple, left-hander triple again. Oh, jumps off the track. Our leader onto the non-racing surfaces. Lewis, Jensen, Fricker, our top 3. Wynn, Smith, Saunders, Schneider, Wilder, Peterson, Atkins, Bruere, Treviso, Hopkins, Aspen, Corpron, and Thomas not making the call. Oh, man. Lewis is having a real hard time with the jumps these last couple laps.
It's not been going well.
He's coming up Charlie on all of them. Short.
Yeah, I knew it, yeah.
Someone would be like, rude? No, I'm short.
That was a short joke. He burned on himself.
I have to do it because Scotty won't. He doesn't want to feel the wrath of me burning him back.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to dip my foot in that pool.
I'm so nice to him most of the time that he doesn't want to upset me.
Most of the time. Do you see the list of burns we got here? We're at 9 already on me. But you did wait 43 minutes on the first day.
I forgot. I think that's all. I was distracted. I was excited to be here, and I forgot.
All right, here they come. Underneath the finished bridge, Stephen Smith. Not to be confused with Stephen A. Smith.
Huh?
You probably don't know who Stephen A. Smith is.
Who's Stephen A. Smith?
He's a talking head in the sports talk world.
Oh, I don't do sports ball. I have friends who like the sports ball, so I'll watch it when they watch it, but that's it.
I like him because he was picking on LeBron James.
Oh.
Smith, Jansen, followed by Nguyen. Bob Fricker. Ace has got some work to do. He went 16-1 in 2 laps.
Over
it again.
Whew.
That was a huge triple.
I think that was Buer going big air. A lot of bumping and banging here, shuffling the order. I think every other lap it's a different order. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
So Jensen now from 14th to the transfer spot. First 2 in line there. I'm sorry, check that. The white with the yellow wing is Jensen. Oh, contact there with Buer. He just keeps going. Doesn't care. Nobody saw him go. Oh, but see, RC Karma says there. That's why what you get for not waiting. I have fripped you.
Trying to go over the top.
Oof. Jensen squared up on that pipe and just went wing over tea kettle. The bright lights are hurting his sensitive eyes. Well, your Coke bottles are probably burning your retina with that light coming in.
Open, maybe
air
going through here.
Good idea. You smell. Vincent Nguyen across the line. Schneider right behind him. Well, how do you say that one?
Which one?
Barrier?
I'm going to let you just go at it.
Barrier.
I would say Barriere. Steven out front. 5-second lead. Vincent second. Michael. Where's Ace? Ace back in 8th. Say again, Eric.
You got to say it like it's French. It looks like it's spelled like France.
Look, you gotta love when Charlie puts his act. He did a Russian accent yesterday. Now we got French. We need to hear your Italian.
They all sound the same. Yes, I'm doing the same voice for all of them.
When we were doing the Worlds in Sicily, it was awesome. Oh, I got a picture of you. I should put on, give it to Eric to post.
I have pictures of you if we're going to start this game.
Huh?
Remember the...
Oh, no, we don't know. Me like this.
That was the original live stream. We're like, I think they're going to fire us over this one. It was a picture of Scotty and I roomed together, or Scotty and me. Which is I or me? Who cares?
See, I got you all messed up.
And Scotty does this thing where he'll just fall asleep. Mid-conversation.
Yes.
And him and I, me and him, Scotty and I, Charlie and Scotty, we were chatting it up. And I look over because I said something. He didn't say nothing back to me. And I look over, and he's sitting upright with his laptop out like a light, dude. I'm like, hey, Scotty. And he just kept on sleeping. So I'm like, all right. Turn the lights off, went to bed.
I was checked out, gone. Then you got a picture of me in Vegas on the couch doing the same thing. I'm just passed out. Vincent, Steve, and Bob working his way back to the 3. Earlier, later.
They almost crossed the streams there, and we all know that can end the universe.
Yes, exactly. Never cross the streams. That's another movie reference. Anyone?
It's Ghostbusters. Oh, inside move there. Wynn went a little wide. Smith taking a look. Can't get her done.
Good racing. All right, pit stops.
Smith, Peterson into the pit. Schneider. It looks like problems for Wynn there. I did not catch the off-track excursion because I was telling a story that didn't apply to the race. Definitely not going to volunteer turn marshal a sportsman race. It seems like those guys are getting their fitness on.
They're definitely getting their fitness.
That's kind of why I don't like racing. Turn marshal.
Because you got a marshal?
Yeah. Makes me feel extremely out of shape. Like you run for, 2 seconds, and then you're out of breath. I'm like, oh, God. It's so fat. It's out of shape.
You should try marshaling Nitro 8 scale on-road when the cars are doing 60.
Yeah.
You think there's enough room to get there. Well, that car is way over there.
Right.
I got enough time, especially a big guy like me. Oh, yeah, I got this. Yeah, no.
Pit stop cycling through.
Lefty, I'm the same way. I fall flat, especially Sunday after announcing for 4 days. Oh, man, it's a proven piece. It's just comical. It's happened many times. You're driving back from the race Sunday night, and you're talking to me, and I fall asleep while I'm talking. It happens. Steve and Michael, Daniel, Jeffrey, Bob back to the 5. Ace, whoa, Ace with a flame out. Rut-row.
Ace started off on a heater.
Oh, man, on
Right
fire.
to the
16
front, like-
of 1 in 2 laps.
But then as he took the lead, it looked, this is going to sound bad, but he forgot how to drive for about a lap and a half.
I think it was us. Announcer's Kurt.
It's quite
Papa
possible.
Bear got it. Chris got it. Good job.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Sam says he updated me on what happened to Win. He said he crashed into the pit wall while he was leaving.
Boom, there you go. The throbbing brain knows all.
Like,
5.5 to go. Daniel out front.
Oh. When are the A-main warm-ups?
During the lunch break.
All right,
During the lunch break.
that was an accurate answer, but I needed the time is what I was hoping for. Or what race number?
I answered correctly.
There's 50,
Somewhere between
54
34
races.
and 54.
We started on 27, 28, 29.
Probably not for another 4 or 5 races.
Should be halfway between.
There you go.
I think that's how it worked yesterday. Because they did it before the B's started.
You are correct, sir. Anybody know where that's from?
Tonight Show.
Huh?
Tonight Show.
Yeah, but I don't ask you. It's for the throbbing brain.
Oh, you got to clarify.
No.
Be like, this one's
Anytime I throw something out, nothing
You should
you.
be like, this is for the chat. But you also ask me questions, so now I'm going to assume you're never asking me questions?
Try not
What's
to.
wrong?
Because I know I'm just going to get burned. Daniel out front. Steven top 2. 4-second back. Michael.
Paulson must be on a big tape delay because he just brought up that Stephen A. thing just now. I feel like that was a race ago, wasn't it? Maybe not.
Yeah, there might be.
As I believe this right here is our battle for our transfer.
4 minutes to go.
Oh, he's like, here, you turn around. I want to race you. You're going the wrong way.
Nice line through the whoops there by all 3 of those cars.
A nice line through the whoops just means you didn't crash. It doesn't have anything
Bob, true, what do they say? True that. Yeah, true that. Try to be hip.
Try harder. I think they don't
These guys were quoting some ludicrous in here this morning.
So I have to hang out with the spec racing team, and some of them are teenagers, our team manager's in his 20s, and to listen to these morons talk to each other makes me get up and leave the pits on a regular basis.
The verbal skills are diminished in the youth today.
Bro, dude, on God, real.
Bro,
look out.
dude,
Yeah.
everything's dude.
Hey, I'm the same way, but bro, you don't even know. Oh, getting a little side swap there. Smith was back in the mix here, duking out with Schneider, but a bit of a rough one. As I say that, sportsman things start to happen in front of him. RC
Steven
cars
Smith
are not
right
easy.
there. Jeff Peterson not far out. We're in the closing 3 minutes. Oh, inside. Oh.
Schneider and Peterson nose to tail, duking it out over the transfer spot.
Battle for the final transfer.
Schneider coming up barely downside that one. Peterson went a little yard. You see Schneider hitting his marks for a couple corners, builds up a little bit of a gap here. Here they come through the anti-rhythm section. They touched all of them. They didn't skip any. Nice downsides for both of them. Oh, Peterson getting a little crossed up the face. Oh, lap traffic. Trying to slam the door. That is a laper. Schneider across the line now is the leader. It looks like problems for Daniel. Our race leader Not across the line, now across the line.
Yeah, 58.2 lap.
He had one of them sportsman laps. Schneider and Peterson at the front of this one. A little cartwheel. They got a minute and 30 left to go.
Who's it going to be?
They have been informed they are safely in the transfer spot. You look off the back there, nobody even close.
Daniel 6 seconds back. They need to play nice.
Peterson.
Ooh, that was a very wide line.
Stay in contact with Schneider. Not do any minute-long laps. 1 minute to go in this one. Peterson, Schneider, barrier. I'm going to go with Smith, Fricker, Jensen, Saunders, Atkins, Wynn, Treviso, Aspen, Wilder, Corpron, Lewis, Hopkins. Our running order.
Peterson out front. Schneider running 1-2. Daniel about 6.5 seconds back. Steven. Then Bob. Where's our buddy Ace? Ace had another problem. Ace way down.
Oh.
We gave you props, Ace, at the start.
Just suddenly going for the wild ride. It didn't even look like he did anything wrong. The car just hit the stunt button coming down the hill. Schneider going to move into the lead. Peterson dropping down to the 2 spot. Still, both drivers safely in the transfer for now. They are out on
for now, right. There's 15 seconds left.
Yeah. We could have some more sportsman thing happen at any moment. Like that. I didn't like the entry. I'm going to turn around and do it again.
I'm going to try it again.
He's fine, though. He's still
got
in the
6-second lead on Daniel. Now about 4 seconds. Daniel made up 2.5 seconds that last lap. Oh.
That's our leader, Schneider, with a bobble.
Where is Daniel?
They are racing to the line.
Daniel not that far back.
Schneider holds on.
Made it.
Peterson holds on. And here comes barrier.
Daniel closes up in only 2 seconds.
So there you have it. Sportsman Nitro Buggy B main event in the books. Welcome to the C main event in the books. Welcome to the B main to Michael Schneider and Jeffrey Peterson. Nicely done. You get to race some more.
Continue your climb up the ladder.
Somebody asked me a question that I said I'd get to at the end of this one. I'm scrolling up so you guys don't have to say it. Oh, I don't see it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while they prep the track, we're going to pause for a short station identification. Don't move a muscle. We will be right back.
Live RC is the world's leading platform for all things RC, offering the most thrilling live RC racing coverage, breaking news, exclusive content, and much more. LiveRC.com lets you stay ahead with the latest RC news and articles, along with our industry-leading live racing results page that provides up-to-the-minute race results, lap times, stats, graphs, and race lineups. Unlock the full RC experience with our bonus lap membership. Enjoy live video streams from tracks around the globe, bringing the action right to your screen. Dive into our YouTube channel for live broadcasts from the world's biggest RC races, plus highlights and more.
Follow us on Facebook for the latest news, announcements, photos, videos, and racing coverage from around the globe. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Visit liverc.com today and fuel your passion for RC racing.
And we are back here. Race number 35, getting ready, gritted up. Big more shout-outs to everybody in the chat room, our throbbing brain. Love to have you folks follow along from around the world on YouTube, on the book face, all that kind of good stuff. Intermediate Nitro Buggy. It's a 15-minute final. Jimmy working to get all the marshals out there. So 68 with us always. Thank you very much. Checking in from the UK. Corbin Smith, how are you? Welcome. Nerm. How are you, Nerm? All is well here in bright and sunny California. Ricky, good afternoon to you. All right, they released the hounds. Give them their 2-minute warm-up. Hope you've been enjoying the broadcast. We had some epic racing yesterday. Looking forward to even better today as we're in our Nitro Buggy and electric truck portion of the DNC. Coverage here on liverc.com. Presented by J Concepts. Also, shout out to One Up Racing, A-Main Hobbies, and Techno RC. Tip of the hat to Techno for their sweep of the Truggy division yesterday. Ricky checking in from Wisconsin. I am a cheesehead. Ricky, where are you from? What part of Wisconsin? Thomas, it is very nice weather today. It's probably about, I think it's 59 degrees out right now. Light wind from the west. Got 1 minute left here in warm-up. Great shot there going through the whoops. The anti-ribbon, as Charlie calls it. Saw just Jay Smoker going through. He's got the ribbon on his back of his wing. From Sheboygan. Awesome. KRD, good afternoon to you. Yes, yeah. Jay Smoker, not his real name, stands on a very tall stool. He stands about 7 feet. His kneecaps are over the railing. I don't think OSHA approved. But we're just blah, blah, blah guys here on the live stream, so we have no say in anything. Michael says, AJ's got this. Glasgow, 55 degrees at 8,000 feet in Colorado. Don says 24 degrees in Alaska. I got to make it to Alaska. I just did my bucket list trip of my lifetime last week. I went to Antarctica, and it was absolutely most amazing experience of my life. It was just unlike anything I've ever experienced. To go to some place that is absolutely untouched by man is just amazing. Lasco, this is in Paris, California. Warm in the Midwest. I'm sure my brother's out having a bonfire. All right, we're getting ready to rock and roll. Intermediate Nitro Buggy C-Main. Oh, looks like no. So it looks like Chase having trouble. And Jimmy, the race director, is making it clear that there is no grace period. If you have a problem at the line, there's no grace period for the lower mains, only the A finals. And that's pretty much industry standard at major events like World Champions and things like that. If you have a problem in the usually the semifinal and final, they will give you a few minutes grace. Otherwise, it's unfortunate luck. Oh, Kyle, awesome. Good to do it. I tell everybody, go out and see the world. So many people in America don't even have passports or ever been out of their state. So definitely worth going and seeing the amazing world. All right, lap number 1 here with 13:45 to go in this 15-minute final. C-Main only. The top 2 spots are important. Those are the ones that are going to bump. This for me? Thank you. Thank you. All right, Dylan Bartlett out front. How about Jeff G from the 13th? Beautiful start. Emmanuel is in the 3 spot. AJ 4, Greg, Dustin, and Elton. All right, we got Dylan out front, extending his lead here already on lap 3. Here's Jeff now. Emmanuel going to go 2. Dustin going to go 3. Jeff 4. AJ. Ali Awad moving up to the 4th spot. Now Joey Jeff G dropping back after a great start from the 13th spot. Genius. I don't know. It feels, yeah. Charlie just opened the emergency exit door here in the liverc.com Posh Studios, and I don't know if that was a good decision. All right, Dylan Bartlett, followed by Dustin Gossett. Then it's going to be Emmanuel, followed by Ollie. Now Ollie moves up to the 3 spot. That process was rejected, denied by management. Dylan, Dustin, Ollie, Emmanuel, Joey, Greg, Jeff, Alt, AJ, and Deanna. That's your top 10. Saw a bunch of cyber trucks driving around.
I hate those things.
Not the nicest looking vehicles.
Electric vehicles are going to be our downfall when they're in the future.
There are
1,000 years from now, if there's people still left, this is going to be the turning point when the virus that is humanity decided to do electric vehicles.
It's staggering how many electric vehicles are here in California compared to anywhere else in the world.
It's gross.
You can't hear them when they're coming up and driving through the parking lots. And
they make funny noises. Some of them make like a whirring sound. Under a certain speed, this noise comes out of them.
Dylan and Dustin. Our leader. Down the straightaway they go. Dylan got this the battle here. 3, 4, and 5. Dustin across the line. He's got 8-second gap between him and the leader. Just to battle here. Joey now moving up to the 3. Ollie dropping back. Emmanuel is in the 4th spot.
I'm leaving it alone.
Did I do anything wrong?
I go Nixat. I like the way
Nixat?
that last name is.
He told me to call him Emmanuel.
I was
Hey,
there.
we got a gift from Eric.
It's like Charlie looks vitamin C deprived.
We got 5 down, 10 to go. Oh, John Moore, that's right. John Moore. We had a new name for him last year. I forgot. 9.5. That's right. I was picking on Emmanuel last year. Said he didn't want to get called Eclipse. So we were calling him Set Screw. 9:20 to go.
That's right. He's been on this name change for a while now.
That's right. Last year, I forgot. John, thanks for the reminder. I'm old. I'm forgetful. Or maybe I just do too many darn events. Bartlett.
I was thinking about that on the drive here, like highlights from last year. I can't remember. I didn't even know who won what. You know what I mean? I'm sure lots of cool things happened, but as soon as I leave the booth, my brain empties.
Ronald Volker does that to me all the time. He'll show up for a carpet race, and he'll see the layout. Oh, that section looks like, IIC Vegas, 2012 or something. I'm like, wow.
If you say so.
Yeah. Bartlett, Goss, AJ. He was a crowd favorite. A bunch of people cheering him on. He's back up to the 3 spot.
Yeah, we were on board here. This is Rodriguez, Avellino, and Nixat. The 3 cars together here fighting over that 3rd spot.
8.5 to go.
I believe it's Avellino at the front right now because Rodriguez had the yellow wheels. Oh, gosh. That was not the line. Bit of a bobble there. Rodriguez able to hold on as he dips into the pits. And it looks like
nice
Nixat going with him.
Sorry, Charlie, didn't mean to walk. A great grab in the pit lane. He missed his pit spot, and he, reached out the hand of God, just grabbed him.
I would be bad at pit spots because I got short arms, and I'm probably not even taller than the pit wall.
You'd need a stool in the pit lane.
No stools in pit lane would be the rule. It's a trip and fall hazard.
Dylan right now, he had an 8-second lead last time by. So we were trying to follow the battles between Dustin, AJ, Joey. Now the pit stop, this is going to cycle through a little bit. Ooh, Dustin, a long pit stop, 8.1. Cool feature we have here on Line Time. You can get the splits for the pit in and pit out at some events. Takes a bunch more equipment. You need 2 decoders, 2 more loops to be able to do it.
I want splits around the whole track, like real cars. That stuff's cool. It gives us more stuff to talk about because we're like, oh, dude's faster here than the other guy is here. He's got to beat him split 1. Formula O does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like in RC racing, especially A-scale, there are sections of the track where they have their cars set up better for it, or they can see it better, they drive through it better, they're more familiar with that tempo, and they're bad at one part of the track and they're real good at another part of the track.
Yeah, it needs to be a pretty massive track for splits to be able to be even relevant or interesting, but pit lane's pretty awesome.
We circulate here with our 3rd place runner, Avellino, trying to make up, what is that, 10 seconds to get back to the 2nd place runner of Gossett in the battle with Bartlett.
Bartlett doing his pit stop this past lap. See what he's got. He had a 5.7, so pretty good pit stop. That time by 53.6 on his out lap. Waiting for Dustin to come around. Now the gap back to about 5 seconds. You see both them coming in and out of frame.
This is Gossett that we're on board with the blue-white scheme. Last in line in this group of cars, now 2nd to last. Oh,
there's our studio falling apart.
No, I didn't close the thing very well. It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine.
That's what your wife says. How's everything? Everything
fine.
Okay, honey? It's fine. Dylan, Dustin, AJ. AJ's going to have to throw some heaters down over the next 5 minutes. He's going to want a chance. He was 13.9 seconds back. Dillon having a bad lap here down the straightaway. He goes. Dillon, 50.6 second lap that lap. Gives up the lead to Dustin. Now it's 2.9 apart. Dustin, Dillon, AJ, Emmanuel, Joey. That's your top 5. A little bit short.
Folks at home, when he says Emmanuel, he moves his hand out like he's sliding it across the table. It's pretty good.
They got to get the L.
The smoothness.
I was saying it. Well, how was I saying? I was saying it wrong. I was saying Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
But it's Emmanuel.
Not an Emmanuel. It's Emmanuel.
4:30 to go. Dustin, your leader. Dillon down the straightaway. 4:20 to go. C-Main starts to get a little bit more serious when you get into the C's to the B's. He's thinking, there's a chance.
Wow. Tore the wing off of it on that one.
Wings are overrated.
I think they're part of the setup, though. They add
our marshal's down there. Paul Geisler.
Oh, dude.
He was in a dress yesterday. 2 different dresses throughout the course of the day.
So there was more to it than just that. I bumped into him walking around last night. He started talking to me like we were friends. I'm like, I didn't know who I was talking to until after the fact, because then he starts telling me the story. You know, he's out there giving the drivers signals on when they're clear of the obstacle and they can go full throttle. I think that's what he was trying to tell me.
Dustin, Dillon, AJ, Emmanuel, Joey. That's your top 5. He said he submitted to be mayor or governor of Montana or something like that. He said to me yesterday.
I heard some horror stories about that dude last night around the campfire, too.
Oh, I'm sure. Dustin, Dillon, AJ, 15.7. Not able to close that gap over Dustin and Dillon.
Gossett, our leader, with the wounded duck. His wing is askew, but thus far not slowing him down. Still doing 43s, not too shabby.
Oh my goodness, we have absolute royalty in the chat room.
Oh no, upside down. Who is it?
Oh, we can wait here till the end.
Fixed it. Our leader with the askew wing. It keeps getting more and more askew. Well, look at that. Adding some sideways downforce. Maybe that's the move. He's got steering and side bite.
Whoa, let's see that car cross sideways after the triple. Almost a head-on. Dustin and Dillon. Well, this might be the new setup for this guy here. He's getting around the track pretty nice.
I mean, if you bump up, do you leave it? No, definitely.
Yeah, it's dialed.
Definitely not.
Did you see my car the last 3 minutes? It was dialed. Better through the whoop.
It's active downforce because it moves around a little bit. Yeah. That angle's been changing from depending on how he lands it.
Oh, look at that jump spine over the triples.
Then does single after that. So.
Minute 45 to go. Dustin, Dillon, AJ, Joey.
I'd say it looks a little loose. just a little bit.
Dustin, minute 30 to go.
If the wing falls off, are you underweight in post-race tech?
You know, that's a good question.
I don't think that A scales are worried to be super light. I think you want a heavy buggy most of the time.
Careful, don't crash and rip the wing off completely.
Ethan, my best guess is 7.
Not downforce, side force.
So, yeah, side bite. Side bite.
Like a side dam on a dirt oval car.
Yeah. I mean, it spun it around. It spun it all the way around. The wing's pointed backwards. He's got right-hand side bite now.
Yes. It's going to add a lot more rear traction because the downforce is way in the back.
Right.
It's going to take weight off the front end. It's going to push now.
I mean, he might be running the risk of it turning around backwards at this stage. Our leader. And that is not Bartlett. I think that's Rodriguez going a lap down with him, maybe.
30 seconds to go.
I know what any of the cars look like. picking his way around the track very, very carefully. Our leader, Dustin Gossett. You see Bartlett about a second back, but that was before those couple rollovers, so Gossett should be closing that up.
All right, Dustin across the line, so he's going to lock this one down. Bartlett, where's AJ? AJ's too far back. So Dustin and Dylan are going to lock this one into the B main bump. Well done.
Still got to keep it together.
Nitro buggy C main.
His top 5 made it across the line, so a flame out on your outlap here could end your transfer. Oh, no, they got caught. What screen was I looking at?
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus, buddy. AJ was done a long time ago. You need more get-it-done coffee.
I don't like the inconsistencies of the done colors from the events that I go to.
I have mine and be right.
Everybody picks their own colors.
I have dark blue on mine.
It should be red.
So this one is done. We want to give a huge liverc.com TNC shout-out to the one and only Mr. YouTube, Mark Santamaria, ladies and gentlemen.
He tuned in yesterday while you weren't here.
He was here?
Yeah, he tuned in yesterday.
Come on, really?
We got something happened I forgot to tell you, but he was here yesterday.
Oh, man. I feel hurt.
You should.
Mark, you should have sent me a text. Tell me you were here. I'd come over to say.
This guy is so VIP, Scotty's recommending that he text him.
No, you look at me. He is a big
not
deal.
a Facebook one. You text me directly.
Did you watch his latest video that dropped the other day? He moved to his new warehouse.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. He's got a new, this is a mid warehouse. This is only like a stepping stone for the next big thing. He kind of teased us on it in the video. So, Mark Santamaria, if you guys don't know who Mark is, he is a guy that does huge things for the RC industry. He's, I was proud to say I was with him when he hit his 100,000 subscription. He got his YouTube plaque to the wall and everything. But look him up on YouTube, Mark Santamaria, MSM.
The MSM Nation, dude.
Yes. Look him up, like it, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff.
He does one of them, I think he still does it, one of them subscription boxes.
He does, yes.
You get free stuff that's awesome.
I didn't even see, what was in you had a big box, your last one was this huge box. I don't know what it was.
I really dislike when you get this excited about boxes.
So I'm excited to see what the future does for you, Mark. That's pretty awesome.
And Mark, since you're here, I hope you know, charlie@hobbywing.com if you ever need some power upgrades for that stuff. We're more than happy to help you out, so don't worry.
There you go. He's officially an influencer. You can call up, Mark, you can get free hotel rooms now, right? So call up and say, hi, I'm MSN Nation. Got 105,000 subscribers.
I think our Hobby Wing channel has like 16 or 17,000, something like that. We go up like 100 a month on average lately. It's interesting stats to watch. What they mean, I don't know.
Always, Mark. I'm just bummed I didn't get to see you yesterday.
No. He was in the chat.
Oh, you made it sound... Dude, you said he was here yesterday. You literally said he was here yesterday. You were gone.
I pointed at the computer.
Oh, no. Dude, 1,000%. You made it sound like he stopped by the studio and
I have no control over your perception, but I know what I said. I know what I meant. I pointed at the computer.
Yeah, I fully thought he was here. That's why you text me when you're in the chat room. No, not like that. Oh, that's awesome.
It's hard to find good help these days.
It is.
Did anyone, chat, let me know. Did I sound like he was at the facility?
Even our producer, thank you, Eric. He even said
I hate you guys.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, can you tell we're having a good time, folks? For sure. Sorry we're not talking about racing, but
it's not started yet.
You're right.
We're allowed to do this.
In this 2-minute warm-up, we're allowed to tell stories.
Yep.
Mark, are you coming to Vegas for Silver State?
Scotty will give you a free room. He's got it on points. He's got Hyatt points.
You kind of.
I had Hyatt points for something, and I'm trying to log in and create a thing, and it's all broken. And every time I go to do it, it says, "Sorry, the system's down." So I've got all these points that they won't give me because their system's down. I'm like, you guys suck.
I want to go hang out with Mark in Vegas. Just go hang out and play some craps.
Scotty loves craps.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Scotty
my,
does
that's
love
my
craps.
favorite game to play. My dad taught me it. You guys are old school Vegas. You remember the...
He's not good at much, but he's good at craps, folks. Oh, I sat with you at Push the Button for many times.
Yeah, the electronic one. We had some good times in Vegas days. Jim from Tekin would be there. We had like the whole Scory was there. Scory was really, he was good luck. And we had the whole thing was just RC racers. Some good memories.
Scotty used to put on a race in Vegas, and I don't know, maybe the second year. My old man used to help out doing track stuff because we were in SoCal, so he wouldn't have to fly out his Wisconsin crew. But I ended up down at the roulette table with Lemieux.
Lemieux and Hara, right?
I don't think it was Hara. If it was, he wasn't there for the whole stint like we did. We were up a couple grand. Me and Lemieux. We had this system that we were doing.
Stayed up all night last night.
We had a system that we were doing that was like these bets, and we would always win something, and if anything, we would push. But if you lost it all. But it was no big deal because we were sure that this was a working system. We had cracked the code. So we get up, we walk away, take our money, and we're sitting there looking at each other, waiting for the elevator, and I'm like, let's go back. So within an hour, I had given back all of my money using the same system.
And half Lemieux.
Yeah, Paul backed her down a notch, so he was able to save a little bit. And then we start seeing people coming down for morning practice. We're like, oh no, what did we do? We accidentally
all right, here we
stayed
go.
up
The big dogs proceeding. Cole Ogden rocking the Sparko out front, starting on pole.
Pretty clean start thus far.
Look at the names in the C-main.
Big contact at the back. Oh, big contact at the front now. That looked like it was Olsen and Sontag getting together at the top of the hill. Oh.
Not a good start.
Pro
It's a
Nitro.
20-minute main, though, so that's a good thing. Got some time. You still got time.
20-minute C main event in our Pro Division. Ogden now starting to get him gapped out a little bit. The all-green, I think, is going to be Ivanen in that 2 spot. We'll find out right about now. It is. I was right for once. Aiden Horn up to 3rd. Sontag to 4th. Olsen, Savoya, Moreno, Harris, Badier, Jones, Fishback to 4th. And the rest of the field still waiting to cross the line as they were involved in the big one.
Ogden leading the way here. C main Pro Nitro buggy. We give a live RC shout out to Derek McCloskey checking in. What's up, Derek? Checking in from Ireland. Good to have you along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I chimed in. Perfect timing here for the C main and Pro.
Why does that name sound so... Derek, have you and I met? I feel like I know this guy. Maybe so many live streams. Yeah, some of you guys I only know on the internet.
All right, across the line here. Ivanen in that green machine. There's Aiden Horn. Aiden has had a tough weekend. Hoping for some luck here. He's in the chance right now. Sitting in the 3 spot.
Born with Sontag on the back door. These guys are regulars on the electric 10 scale racing scene. Race each other on a very regular basis as the shuffle up of 2025. We've moved some folks around on different teams, but still very talented drivers that know each other oh so well.
Shuffle up again. Oh, Ivanen. Oh, I thought he was going to try that slide job going inside. Can't do it. He's got the inside line. Faster line on around the outside. Ogden, Ivanen. They need to be smart, though, Charlie.
I've said it a couple times now. I am really enjoying the inside-outside line aspect of this racetrack. It's been very cool for me to watch. I hope it's been cool for you guys to watch at home because it's pretty awesome. Side by side through the anti-rhythms, nothing doing. Pecco, Ivanen, that super sweet green antenna tube. I think we should bring back antenna tubes and whip antennas on our radios.
Ogden out front. These two guys nose to tail. Not that far back is Aiden Horn. Horn just throwing down his hot lap there, 41.8. Ogden 41.4. Pecco 41.5, 41.2. Aiden Horn back-to-back hot laps. Here comes the start. Renault Savoya up to the 4th spot.
Oh, Ivanen looking to the inside.
Nice.
Makes it stick. Looks like Ogden got out a little too wide. Ivanen able to capitalize. Ogden going to try and stay in contact here and fall back into the clutches of Horn.
Good line there over the triple there for Cole. Heiko Ivanen out front. He's in a green machine. Cole behind him. Oh, trouble for Horn. That's going to cost him 3-4, maybe more, on the downside of the hip jump.
That hip jump looks pretty straightforward to me, but judging from what we've seen on the track, lots of cars. It doesn't take much. You're so kind of car so tipped over. If you touch the rear end, it's such a steep exit. There's nowhere to land, and it just goes for the wild ride. I've seen dozens of cars just clip the top of that thing and look like they forgot how to drive.
Oh, man. Aiden Horn dropping to the 6th spot. Renault Savoyard, pit of 3. Only 4 seconds back. Had a great interview with Renault yesterday. Play that during lunch break.
We should call him Reno.
We pick up, said Savoya. Rocking the Kyosho. You got a big team at Kyosho. Ryan Lutz.
He comes from
Renault,
France.
Marco Barufalo, and Ricardo Berton.
Does he come from France?
He is from France.
Does not have a cone head, though. It's a regular head.
Oh, did you look? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Our fault. Sorry, Renault, when you watch this. We shouldn't be talking about you.
And you saw there in the anti-rhythms, our leader was upside down just in front of him.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. That's my bag. That was Battier. Savoya's got the orange ticks on the side. My fault.
Hard to find good help around here.
It is.
Even in Ogden, after the rollovers there, just across the line now, as Batty, or now with
we got it all wrong. We're all messed up. Sorry. Charlie and I, it's our first time doing this, guys. Sorry.
I need more coffee. But as we were talking about whoever we were talking about, right or wrong, there was a bobble there by Evenin in the anti-rhythms. He was upside down, so that's where our lead change happened. Savoya, bit of a bobble there coming out of the anti-rhythm section. I don't think I can call it a bobble when something happens in the anti-rhythm section.
No, because it just reaches out and grabs you. You had no choice. You went through it fine the last lap.
This is Sontag, and I believe Battier now.
Oh, yeah, throwing elbows out.
Sontag.
The world champion's going at it. Oh, man.
You're in my country.
Savoya got the worst of that. How did that happen?
Yeah, the crash in front thing.
Oh, man.
Fishback Jr. advancing a spot around Battier. Battier. Is that how he says it?
It's always a debate.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we got the live RC instant replay.
It catches the pipe and says, "You're stuck."
Ogden, Ivanen running 1-2. They're letting all this happen behind them.
Ivanen with a 45, a bit late to the line. Sontag in the 2 spot, made up a couple seconds.
Ivan Moreno Jr., the young gun.
So this 20-minute race, we're going to see 2 pit stops, yeah?
Yes.
7 and 7.
Or none for Adam Drake.
Yeah. There were some dudes doing 10 minutes yesterday.
There
we
were?
saw in Truggy. If you didn't watch Truggy race with us last night,
it was amazing.
Live RC
13 minutes ago. It was one for the ages.
You missed it. It was awesome. Ogden, Evenin, Sontag, Ivan Moreno Jr., our top 4. Moreno, the biggest mover in the field from 11th to 4th.
Good stop there, CPT. And the King there on it for Horn. Getting back in the 6th spot. Oh, we got a slow roll out of the pit lane.
We're on board with Ivan, and he's scoring in front of Sontag, but I see Sontag in front of him, so something must have happened.
Ivanen came in for a pit stop last time by 4.8. Cole Ogden, your leader's in. No sense of urgency from Ogden there, 5.5. Sontag is yet to pit. All right, Ivan Moreno is in.
He's down and away.
12 minutes to go. Nice job.
What's Tater's real name?
What's that?
What's Tater's real name?
Tater.
Oh, he's got that's not his It's not on his birth certificate. They didn't name him Tater. Michael. It's Mike's son. I got it. Well, maybe he's a junior. As we pick up said Tater, working his way around the track in the second position right now.
Has not pitted. Ooh, is he going to go 9.5 to 10?
Tater, yeah, part of that new wave of X-ray drivers. He and Schimmel are real good friends, and Schimmel's bigger than he is, and Schimmel's gold chain is bigger than Tater's gold chain as well. I was telling those guys that, big-time X-ray guys, I'm like, if this goes good for you, you can do X-ray gold chains for you guys, a Tater and a Schimmel edition gold chain.
All right, here we go. Tater Sontag is in. Mike Sontag on the gun, the pick.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That was factory right there. Like, did it get full?
Look at the time.
3.8.
Dude.
That was the fastest pit stop to date.
Did you get all the gas in it? Did you get all the gas in it?
That's the thing. I mean, that was epic.
And Sontag going almost 10 minutes.
Yes. Question is he going to make it to 19?
Right. So you still got to do 2 stops.
Yeah.
You're not doing 11 minutes from here. Are you?
Not with that quick of a pit stop.
Not with, yeah.
That was impressive. And Mike's like, oh, yeah, I got it full. Tater's probably saying, Dad, was it full? I got this.
Oh. So.
Wait, he's a kid. He'd probably say, dude, you get it full?
Bro.
Oh.
I've always been kind of keen on the driver-father interactions. You know, you've seen some of these. They're professional athletes in many regards, a professional driver at a minimum. So the intensity is pretty high, and sometimes you just got to be the way that you. Oh, Sontag coming up a little short there over the center triple. But I'll judge driver very directly on how he talks to his dad in the heat of the moment, especially.
9:25, just past the halfway mark. Here's Sontag across the line. 43-3, 4.6 lead for Ogden. There's Peko Ivan and Jimmy Fishback, Einhorn, Robert Battier, followed by Moreno, then Savoya, Adrian, then Houghton, followed by Tyler, Carson, Steve, Tyler Jones. Unfortunately, David and Joey out early.
If I had to guess, I would say that Sontag's fighting a loose car condition right now. He seems to be getting a little squirrely before some of the run-ups, or maybe he's trying too hard to money the downside, but a couple little miscues here and there. Sontag from 4th on the grid, currently running in the 2 spot, but lots of time left. You see even in only a handful of seconds off the back of Sontag. He'll be the all green that you see at the bottom. As we pick up Mr. Evenen, circulating in the 3rd spot right now. You see Sontag just at the bottom of the shot. Couple corners ahead, Evenen trying to hit his mark. Got Jimmy Fishback to 4th right with him as well. Evenen enters the anti-rhythm section. Skipped a couple, not bad. Evenen looks pretty smooth over the triple. Through the hard left.
Lead change. Oh, no. Ogden falling apart here. Big trouble.
Looks like trouble for Ogden. Is now Sontag our new leader. So that is Sontag and Ogden nose to tail right now. And you see Evenen just a corner back. Ogden had a driver error, was the report from pit lane.
We follow this battle over the first triple. Oh, all the way out by the wall. Sontag leading the way.
Sontag, if you didn't know, 2023 IFMAR two-wheel drive champion of the world.
Cross the line. All right. Ogden is in for fuel for his second stop. Ain't going to touch that 3.8, though.
4.7, not bad. So Ogden is good to the finish. We see Sontag came in at the 9-minute and 10-second mark. Interesting pitch strategy there.
He literally just continued to splash and go.
It didn't seem like it was a long enough pit stop to even fill that thing up.
It was Well, it's like you should do. You pick the car up, get the gun in, and as it's dumping,
Right.
you move the car to release.
It was in motion the whole time.
Correct.
No, he did set it on the rail. I've seen him do it. They never set it down. He touched the rail with it. Are you allowed to do 2-guy pit stops?
Yes, you are.
Whatever happened to that?
A lot of time it's more efficient to just do one. We think back of 2008 World Championships we did in Charlotte with Masayuki Miura, Hearth pit man.
True.
He looked so slow when he did it.
Right.
But it was money.
He said, just me, I do. Sontag up and over that far side double. I guess that's the near side double.
Our
cross start finish again at the 14-minute mark. He's only 5 minutes into this tank of fuel.
Chris, is it both Charlie and I that you say are too low in our volumes?
Turn your volume up.
He said he's got it cranked.
Oh. Sometimes I have the volume on my computer turned up, but I have my YouTube volume turned down. That happens to me. A lot of times you open a new window and it defaults to half volume.
All right, we got Sontag out front, double single there, nicely.
Looks like he was going to go for it.
Yeah, good flight correction.
Better not.
Ogden second, Ivan in, Robert Battier. Battier just doing his hot lap. Savoyard doing his best lap. Parente doing his hot lap. All right, Sater Sontag is in.
So, they wanted to come in with super clear pit lane because both times there was no one cycling through pit stops when they were.
Such a slow stop for Sontag this time. So slow.
God, get it together.
Yeah, exactly. Ogden behind him, so Tater going to come in and out with the lead. Obviously, we're being very sarcastic on that pit stop because he had 3.8 the last time. This one 4.0.
Oh,
Ogden. Oh, no, I've been in right there. Game on.
Falling back into the clutches of the green car. Ogden with a bit of a bobble there, pushing a bit too hard, caught the pipe. Ivan in, chasing hard. He knows the transfer's right there. He started in the 2 spot, had some bad luck, finds himself outside the transfer position and wants it back.
Such a stacked field here at the DNC each and every year. As I call it, the World Championship light. We're missing technically 6 of the top 25 guys. One of them is retired, Joe Bornhorst.
Double bobble there for Sontag. It looks like Ogden has the pace. He's been able to gap out a bit from that error from even in, so just has to keep it clean. 4 minutes still to go, though. Oh, no, Ogden with another error jumps to the non-racing surface. Into the hay. Leader, second, and third all across the line together on the same straightaway. Ogden, a couple driving errors. He was at the front for the first part of this race, but Bobble early on shuffled that up, and he hasn't gotten back up yet.
Tater out front, Cole, Panko, Robert, and Aiden, your top 5. 3:10 to go. And for these guys, if you don't bump, they're kind of done. This is it.
Yeah.
At 11 in the morning.
Even in pushing hard now, keeping the pressure on Ogden. Both of them jumping. That's a beautiful shot there. I never noticed how cocked sideways they were.
They were absolutely sideways. Panko putting the pressure on Ogden.
Ooh.
In the anti-rhythm section, Panko on the inside. No, can't do it. Saw a bit of daylight there, but the whoops, reach out and grab them. 2:30 to go. Keep your eyes. See the red and yellow behind Charlie? Robert Battier starting to close in.
Battier says, you guys keep racing like that. I'll be right there.
Don't count out Battier.
Oh, no. Sontag falling back with these guys now again as well.
A 4-way fight to the left side of the racetrack, only battling for 2 spots.
Oh, here comes the lappers.
Lappers. Sontag a little bit sideways there. Here's Ivan around the outside. Through the whoop section they go. Can't do it. Here comes Battier. Robert bringing the heat upside down. The Marshal was on it. What a race we got here in the Pro C main.
Sontag with the pressure from Ogden. Oh, coming up short. Ogden went double single, but Ivanen was going yard, gave him a slight waffle stomp. That's going to move Ivanen by Ogden. Ogden does not like that at all.
And they're coming up on traffic there. Carson Phillips right in between these guys. Hopefully Carson knows that these guys are the leaders and gives way. He does, gets out the way. Good job. It is a three-way fight for the transfer.
Ivanen just touched that sucker pipe. Looked like he was going to throw it away. Ogden now closes up through the anti-rhythms.
I got a good feeling for Battier. From 4,
Ogden,
minute 10.
all over the back of Pico.
Oh, yard sale from Ogden. Ogden opens the door. Battier tries to go to the inside. Ogden goes wide into the hay bale. Oh,
no.
Man.
They're going to come across the line with a minute to go. 2 more laps.
2 laps. Tater Sontag hanging on to the sea. Ivanen behind him, and here comes Battier. More traffic in their future as they're going to have another lap to go.
This is not when you want lappers. Final lap of your transfer. Coming through at a medium pace. Everybody dipping, diving, dodging.
Battier faster through the whoops that time. Ivanen very wide. Here's Battier. He's measuring. He's waiting. Where's he going to try it?
Oh,
They're going big. Oh, Ivanen trying to go over the top. Ivanen to the point.
Ivanen on a mission. Has that section still greased. Everybody else kind of having to double single.
Oh, my.
White
Here we
flag.
go. Showtime for the Seamain.
Ivanen leads Sontag and Battier. Battier looking to the outside of Sontag now. Sontag steps a little sideways. Battier woes her down. Up on the pipe.
No.
And
Battier cut the corner. So it's Ivanen now. Sontag poised to pop up. Battier just sending it full send into the whoops. Here's Tater. He's going to go. Oh, I thought he was going to short it there. He makes it. Final couple of corners here. Ivanen and Sontag. Battier going big. Around the corner they go. And Ivanen and Sontag going to take it.
Wow.
Heck of a run for Battier. Tough luck for Ogden. And Aiden Horn rounds out your top 5. That was kind of a good race there, C.
That there was an intense C-Main race.
That was fantastic.
It's another one where they were mostly racing the track, but still a fantastic battle.
Very good.
Feel bad for Ogden. He had this one in the bag.
He did.
And
At the start, he was like, check out, go on.
Sometimes you get a slight case of the crashies. Once the first one gets you, they don't stop. And that's kind of what happened to Ogden on that one, it looked like.
That was a very, very good race.
Up next, flashlight races.
It'd be hard to top that race. All right, we are going to take a short pause for the cause. Here, throw a little commercial out, and we'll be back with continuing coverage here on Live RC of the 2025 DNC Dirt Nitro Challenge presented by J Concepts.
Live RC is the world's leading platform for all things RC, offering the most thrilling live RC racing coverage, breaking news, exclusive content, and much more. LiveRC.com lets you stay ahead with the latest RC news and articles, along with our industry-leading live racing results page that provides up-to-the-minute race results, lap times, stats, graphs, and race lineups. Unlock the full RC experience with our bonus lap membership. Enjoy live video streams from tracks around the globe, bringing the action right to your screen. Dive into our YouTube channel for live broadcasts from the world's biggest RC races, plus highlights and more.
Follow us on Facebook for the latest news, announcements, photos, videos, and racing coverage from around the globe. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Visit liverc.com today and fuel your passion for RC racing.
One of my favorite things is a bonus lap membership. And that's the best way to summarize it. You get all that and much more. You get to support one of my favorite groups of coworkers, the liverc.com gang. Well, except Brandon. I'm just kidding, Brandon. I'm just kidding, buddy. His names are still on my checks. And? Oh, that's right. That's still a thing? Oh. That's one I always forget about. So if you're a racer, I mean, it's for everybody, but most of us race in some way, shape, or form, and your local track runs the latest version of Lifetime, you can put your phone number into your bonus lap membership, and you get text messages with your races. So when you're standing out the track, it just shows up, and you can watch them while you're marshaling. It's awesome. And then you got to check in with your track director because there's a spot in the software for them to put your phone number so the system knows how to text you. Pretty cool, pretty cool. My lap times are usually disappointing, so I usually don't check them out when I race. I just need to know if I took anybody out. But we get underway here with our warm-up for the 40-plus electric truck B main event. Adam Curry, Chris Zega, Jose Newman, Tab Wilder, David Scott, Matthew Armini, Elias Arcodius, Pancho Lopez, Keith Henry, Ben Hartshorn, sorry, that's probably it, and Nels Hansen. And as always, folks, I like to mention we love you guys in the chats. We can't talk to you constantly, but we will check in and say hello every now and again. And thank you for tuning in, enjoying this beautiful Sunday afternoon from Paris, California at the Paris Fairgrounds, where the Dirt Nitro RC Park is located. There's a lot more than just this track on this property. There's the world-famous Paris Motor Speedway. It's a dirt oval track for full-size racing. They do street or off-the-street drag racing. They got a little parking lot drag strip set up so you can come over here, do burnouts, and race your friends. There's a pump track for BMX bikes. There's a go-kart track that they do supermoto and go-karts on. And there's a fairgrounds, of course, and I'm sure there's much more. But I never mind coming out here. It's only 9 hours from my house. I'll do if it's between less than 12 hours. I like to drive instead of fly because by the time you do the airport things and wait around and all that, it's a 10-hour day anyway. So grid being set. Looks like the back of the grid pretty terrible. Actually, it sounds like the dirt oval cars are running. I hear the sounds of V8s in the distance. Ben Bessie, are you at the race watching us online? Thank you, sir. Off and away, our B main 40-plus electric truck. Top two out of this one going to be racing their way into our A final. Adam Curry leads the field away. Pretty clean start for our top two as they start to spread out. After that, starting to get a little bit bunched up. Oh, big wheelie power into the rhythm section, but able to hold on to it. See everybody getting through the anti-rhythms pretty clean there. Thought I was going to jinx it. Curry, Zega, Newman through the techno jump cam. Oh, contact there at the back. I believe that was Scott and Armini. As our leader checks in, that is Curry. Zega in that 2 spot. After that, we got Tab Wilder up 1. Nels Hansen from last to 4th. He started 11th. Armini up to the 5 spot. Newman, Lopez, Scott, Elias, Henry, and Ben after that. A bit of a bobble there as he gets off the track. Oh, big wreck there at the top. I believe that may have been Ziga in the all-white going to allow Wilder to slide by. And as I say that, Wilder hooks up a pipe as Hansen now back into the mix. This is their battle for, I believe, 3rd position. Oh, gosh. Lawn darts aplenty over the triple. Curry across the line starting to gap out from these guys as they've been bumping and banging. Hansen now from 11th to 2nd. He is the all-blue in the transfer spot. Ziga in the white, Wilder in the white-blue with the yellow wheels. I say it out loud so I can remember it later on. We pick up that battle for the third spot between Zega and Wilder. Oh, second spot, Hansen gets it wrong. Turn marshals kind of standing there looking at it. Oh no, Hansen and Zega getting together. Wilder now with the clean track. The Truggies have plenty of traction to jump to flats. Oh, big move there. As I believe this is Wilder going to come around now in that 2 spot with Hansen right with him. I remembered something. But this is the battle for the transfer. 10 minutes was our start time. We've got 7:40 left to go. Electric racing is basically a sprint race compared to the Nitro stuff. They do it all in one, no pit stop. Oh, bumping and banging there. Hansen and Wilder exchanging blows in the switchback section. Wilder comes up a little short. That's going to allow Hansen to move cleanly to the inside and gap. Hansen now, as we mentioned, the 11 plate started at the very back of the pack. Was all the way up to 4th, I believe, on lap number 1, and now finds himself into a transfer spot. Hansen to the high side, trying to find the clean track. Truggies looking to be dealing with these conditions significantly better than the buggies we've been watching up until now. We drop back now to pick up Tab Wilder. Wilder jumping to flats, getting out into the fluff. 40-plus electric truck on the oh, no. Bobbled there by Hansen. He gets it upside down. He was probably doing some anger throttles as the marshal was like, I'll just kick it over. Oh, no, it's starting to fall apart now for Hansen. He's dropped down to maybe the 6th spot. What did Scotty say? Losing 2, 3, 4, maybe more? So that is going to give it back now to Wilder. But as I say that, Zega going yard, moves to the inside over the triple. Zega in the all-white with the yellow wing. And here comes Newman in the green. Oh, a bit of a bobble there. No, not a bobble. Zega went to the high side to find the clean track. Wilder now up to the 2 spot, just ahead of these drivers. Drop back now as Hansen trying to fight his way back up with these guys, but mistake after mistake going to make it very hard as we are approaching the halfway mark. 4:15 down, 5:45 remaining. Leader now just across the line as we stay with Newman here running in the 4th or maybe 3rd spot at this point. Wilder in the 2, Zega running 3rd. There's Zega across the line. You see the gap there between he and Wilder just ahead of him. Zega started in that 2 spot. Had a rough go of it in the opening lap. Dropped down, I think he was as far down as 4th or 5th. Worked his way back up to the back door. Well, within striking distance at least of Wilder. Curry back to the front. Wilder in the 2 spot. Everybody looking clean over the triples. Oh, as I say that, Wilder gets it wrong, jumps off the racing surface. He was in the hay. Wilder pushing hard, but a little bit too hard. Zega with a new hot lap, 42.7 as he reels up on that back wing of Wilder. Tab Wilder in the transfer now. Has to hold on for another 4 minutes and 30 seconds. A little bump forming there just before the sucker pipe 180. Face of that table getting a little chewed up as well as nobody able to downside it. Wilder taking a deep breath there. Starting to hit his marks now. See him landing on some downsides. Curry across the line with a 42.9. Wilder last time 43.5. Up and over nice and cleanly. Kind of medium line there. Wilder across the line 43.7, moving through some lap traffic. Easy for me to say. As you see just off the back there, Chris Zega staying in contact. Wants that transfer spot that Wilder has right now. He says, I started 2nd. That's where I should be right now. He's only got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to make something happen. Wilder getting a little sideways there. I love the roost. See him climbing that hill. Double roost trains coming out of the rear. And Zega now closing up on the back door. Maybe looking to the inside. Sizing up Wilder here. Going to try him inside, outside. Takes a look, but nothing doing yet. They come across the line together. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this one. Wilder jumps a little wild. Zega to the inside. Can he make it stick? Nothing doing. Wilder fights back. Here comes Zega one more time. They make contact, but they keep it rolling. Another great battle here as they are trying to transfer into the A final. Bit of contact through the rhythm section. Zega going to come out on top. Wilder getting the short end of that stick. Nothing you can do there. Side by side in the anti-rhythm section. Somebody's going to pay the price, and that time it was Wilder. Zega now with some open track. Clean air in front of him. Going to try to start hitting his marks. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Zega across the line, 43-2. Our leader, Curry, with a clean and easy 45 flat as we pick up our leader, Mr. Adam Curry. Adam able to do the tabletop, no problem. Jumps to the non-racing surface, pauses, takes his breath, gets over the pipe. See him taking it very easy right now. He knows he's got a pretty sizable lead, 9.5 last time they came across the line. He can give back a second or so a lap for the rest of them. Just touches the tippy top of that downside, looking good, slides over the pipe. A 44, not bad, but not good either. Curry over that far side double. Race leader Zega still has a pretty sizable gap on Wilder. See, that is not Zega behind our leader. Wilder about 5 seconds off, so no real battles there as we stay with our leader. Minute and 35 seconds left to go in this one. Adam Curry started from the point, leading the way. Got away clean at the earlies. They had some bumping and banging behind him. He's just kind of been on cruise control out at the front of this one. Minute and 15 seconds left to go as we stick on board with Curry. Did a 42.8 last time by starting to pick that pace up just a little bit. He's scheduled to go 14 laps. He is currently on his 12th lap. Going to finish this one more. Race leader actually looking pretty solid there through the anti-rhythm section. Saw him do a couple little baby doubles there. Curry letting it air out there. Jumping to the safety of the Flatlander. Coming up on some traffic now. Sure he's going to get plenty of space.